world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome on in. I just did my music like that. I didn't play a video because I forgot to make a video today. I deleted my old videos. When I go back to my Canva and I search videos like that I've done, they're all gone. So there's that. Oh, crap. Hold on 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm so sorry. I like completely I completely forgot my jewelry and like, if you know, you know. You have to have your jewelry. So I just grabbed my important rings and my earrings. So sorry about that. I would have been I would have been fiddling the whole time. And of course the doggies are in here now and they're all kind of trying to get a spot to where to sit because the cat, he took one of the beds. So just sit with your sister, Mia. They got baths today, so they're looking and smelling fresh. I actually gave them a bath. I can't believe that. Vincent normally does that. But welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. My name is Tanya or Titanium Built. You can call me either or. I don't prefer one over the other. But welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you for joining me tonight. As we dive into another detailed breakdown of the Idaho 4 case, that's what we're going to be doing. Before we get started, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. You hit the like button. And if you want to support the channel, you can do that through channel memberships. And I'll drop the link in just a moment for that. So I appreciate you guys all being here. We'll let a couple people come in, get comfortable, and then we'll get right into it because it is a long interview. Let me tell you, you're painting and listening, baby girl. That sounds like fun. Let's see. Is that Aries with the spooky? Hey, Aries. I was thinking of you earlier, Aries. Haven't seen you. It was probably just since last night. Hey, Casey. Hola. Hey, Dan. How you doing? Hey, Kitsy Cats. Hey, Laura. Good to see you guys. Hey, Skylar. Hey, Tracy. The dogs are trying to get comfortable. Their little claws are hitting the floor. Oh, won't you get up in the chair, Mia? Feel bad for her. She usually will lay with her sister. She usually insists on it. Hey, Marcella. Hey, Elizabeth. Hey, Skylar. I think I might have said hi to you already, but that's okay. When I was younger, I wanted my name to be Skylar. I thought that was the coolest name ever. Like ever, ever, ever. I don't know how old I was, but there was a time. I've always wanted to change my name when I was little, but that was the name I wanted to change it to. Hey, Kara. I could have been a Skylar. I don't think I look like a Skylar though. I look like a Tanya. I'm glad I kept it. Hey, Cupcakes. Welcome in, Catherine. It's good to see everybody in here. Hey, Janet. Cats rule, yeah. And so do dogs. Yeah. I know. It's so funny. I'm surrounded by all of them. They're always with me, except for Rocky. He's never with me. He's always with Vincent. And we can tell in the pictures when we go through like every time there's like a new, like you'll get like a memory on your Snapchat or something. I open mine up and it's pictures of Vincent and the cat looking the cutest. He'll never give me a good picture. That cat, he refuses to. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Kathy. Well, welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. So if you guys don't mind, like I said, just hit the like button really quick. We'll get started. Animals are good. Cats good. Dogs are good. Last time we got started, Rocky got up. He has a little bed over there in the corner, but he's sleeping in the big bed because apparently Vincent kept stepping on him, like not like stepping on him, but like kind of like rolling his chair on him. And then today, this is really sad, but we have blinds outside for like our balcony. And I was putting the blinds down because I thought about doing a live out there in my chair because it was just really nice today, which I might do that tomorrow. And the blinds fell and they fell on him because he was sleeping down there. Oh, he's a fat cat. He's made of steel. So I know he was okay, but he come running in the house. I felt bad for him. Poor kitty. You liked your name? That's good, Laura. I'll tell you a quick story since we have a couple minutes so we can say all the words we want to say. My mother, I don't know if I told you guys this story, but my mother was not named, her name was not Cindy. When she was born. She was born, and I love this name, but okay, so I found a baby bracelet one day, and it was one of those beaded ones. And like if you're a certain age that you got those beaded baby bracelets at like the hospital or like your mom would make them for you or whatever, until they started saying, kids can choke on them. So don't do that. But it said EJT. That's like her maiden name is T. And I was like, Mom, it was after the fire. I said, whose baby bracelet is this? This is weird. We don't know anybody with those initials. And she looked at me like she had seen a ghost. And at this point, I thought she had told me everything pretty much in her life. And she's like, come and sit down. And I was like, oh, what's the tea, Mom? And so apparently my grandmother, I love my grandmother. My grandmother's sister insisted that they name her Eleanor Jean. She was like, I just love that name. You have to name her Eleanor Jean. And my grandmother didn't want to tell her no, which was surprising because my grandmother could tell people no, but I guess not her sister. So she named her Eleanor Jean, and then she died like 3 months later. And then my grandmother went and changed it to Cindy. So little funny story for you. But yeah, I don't even know if my brother knows that story. I have to tell him. I'm like, I know I have like her secret. That was like her secret, but she's good now. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to tell her secret. Okay, so of course, I don't know why I exit out of it. Oh, it's because I was listening to another live before. Okay, so let me get it up here. So Plunder got this from the docket, I believe. Her and the docket went in. And they're getting a lot of the audio and stuff. So just to let you know, I'll be putting her link in the chat. But before we get started tonight, we're going to be focusing on a very specific, piece from early in the investigation, the interview conducted with surviving roommate Dylan Mortensen on November 17th, 2022. It was just days after the tragedy in Idaho. We heard her interview from the day of. It was pretty short. This one's a lot longer. This one's with her attorney. So this is going to be one of the earliest glimpses into what detectives were trying to piece together. It includes her description of what she heard, what she saw, how she processed those moments, like in real time. And then we'll talk about, her account like fits into the broader investigation, because there are some newer things that I heard in here when I was listening to it. And then there were some things that gave me more clarity, if that makes sense. So I think everybody should listen to it. I think it's a good interview. And Plunder did an awesome job by putting visuals with the audio, because the audio, it's just audio. So that was really awesome of her. So, and I think Plunder's from Ohio. I'm not sure. I don't want to dox her, but I'm not sure where we're at. But I wonder if she's like Because she doesn't look like she's from Ohio. I'm trying to think of where she would be. Like, maybe she lives near me. I don't know. But she seems very sweet. So we're going to go ahead and listen to this. It's, like I said, it's like 2 hours, 3 minutes. If it's slow, we'll speed it up a little bit. But she did put visuals in, and I'll be dropping her link. Actually, let me duplicate this so I can actually give you her page instead of just the video link. I'll put her actual link in there. So if you don't know who Plunder is, you should go over and subscribe. Really, Casey? Oh, wow. See? Anybody else change their name? Hey, PKC. I don't know. I think that, I don't know. Am I not subscribed to Plunder? I'm not. Why am I not subscribed to Plunder? That's why I haven't been but I was. That's weird. That's why I haven't been getting notifications. YouTube, what'd you do to me? That's weird. Because I've been following her since Kylie Rodney. She always had like really good intel. Like she's, I don't know. I like her because she's, I feel like she's trustworthy, you know, like you could trust her. She's just very, very nice. Okay. So, we'll go ahead and we'll get started. This is going to be Dylan, like I said, with her attorney with her. So but they go into a lot more detail. Like, I mean, it's 2 hours. So they go into a lot of details. I was listening to it a little bit last night before the live. So, all right, let's go. And it's kind of like hard in the beginning right here to listen, like here. But it says Plunder True Crime audio from Dylan's phone at 3:10 a.m. 11/13/22. And then I guess it says I guess that's what it says. No one's sober. Does anyone else want to text a blank and ask he's still going to take us? And I'm thinking that's probably from whenever she was going to go to the food truck after the girls came back from the bar with their food. That's what that's what I think.
Does anyone else want to text and ask if he's still going to take us?
What did you text her?
I said, Kaylee, what's going on? Please answer. So,
do you want me to put the closed captioning on? Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to put put the closed captioning on for you guys. And then put a 2 in the chat if you don't want it on. Put a 3 in the chat if you want me to play it for a couple of minutes, and then you could decide. Since I kind of just started playing it. Keep them on, Mary said. Laura said keep them on. Okay. It is kind of easier whenever you could read through. Oh, wow. A bunch came through. Hey, Chester's mom. Oh, is that your dog? Oh, that's a cute dog. You guys have the cutest dogs in here. Just kidding. Just kidding. Y'all are the cutest. They're laying together now. Okay. We'll leave them on. Usually I can I can move them. I love it when I can move them. So maybe I don't want to put it over that, but we'll just set it here to the side.
Why did you ask that?
Because I'll start from there. The color of the eyebrows were, I just remembered bushy eyebrows. That's all I can think about.
I will move it down a little bit. Okay. I guess I'll read this if something comes up. On November 17th, 2022, Idaho State Police Detective Victoria M. Gooch. She was the one that got all the good stuff. Like when we were going through the last ISP drop, anything that I don't know. I felt like anything that happened that was noteworthy, she had it in her reports. It says, and Moscow Police Department Sergeant Dustin Blaker interviewed Dylan Mortensen at her residence in Boise, Idaho. The interview occurred with attorney present via computer, audio, video, and an attorney in Moscow, Latah County, Idaho. Police have redacted many names. Well, we know the attorney in Moscow is going to probably be Bill Thompson because he said he was the one, to go to. So, oops, I paused it again.
This will be an interview on the 17th of November, 2022 at 12:05 p.m. at her residence. And Give me your address again.
Yeah.
You know the zip code?
I think.
I think so too. And then do you have a cell phone number?
Yes, it's
Plunder, True Crime Audio.
So I didn't ask Sergeant Blaker, do you have her cell phone? You probably have her cell phone?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the number attached to your cell phone. So you know why we're here? We're here to talk about what happened over the weekend?
Yeah.
So can I ask, what year are you in school up there?
I'm a sophomore.
And what's your major?
Your dad did that?
And you've been there both years?
Yeah.
And how long have you been living in that house?
Just since the beginning of August.
So how did you end up in the house with the girls?
My best friend in sorority, you have bigs and littles. Madison Mogan and she reached out to some of us to live with her, and I knew her pretty well. That's how I got to live there.
Where did you live your freshman year?
House.
So you've always been in a sorority?
Yeah.
Okay. So is your friend?
Yeah, she was in with me as well, and we moved in together into that house.
And how did the other girls come to live with you?
Xana is a year older than me, and she also knew Maddie, and Maddie reached out to her. Kaylee Goncalves is her lifelong best friend. They're like sisters. Maddie also reached out to her to live with her because they always needed to fill up rooms.
And did you know them
So dang, Maddie knew everybody.
before this semester?
Yes.
Through this sorority?
I knew Maddie and Xana through the sorority beforehand, and I'd gone over to the house with Maddie and her roommates, and she had Kaylee over a lot, and I saw her and met her a few times.
And was Kaylee part of the sorority in your freshman year?
She is a senior, but she was in.
So Kaylee just through connections with Maddie came to live with you.
Yeah.
Otherwise you didn't know her before
Yeah.
the introduction through Maddie and Xana.
Yeah.
Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yeah.
So how well did you know the three other girls besides before you moved in?
Pretty well. Me and Maddie and Xana hung out a lot. My was best friends with Xana, so I was at their house a lot, and I knew Xana pretty well.
What's the last name? How do you spell that? And she doesn't live in the house at all?
No, she lives across the street at the White's
True
apartments
Crime
with
Audio.
my friend as well, who is I think she's actually a year older, I believe.
You moved in August, and then because I haven't been in the house, where was your bedroom?
So obviously, when you walk in, you have the door. Right in front of you is the downstairs bathroom. When you go to the bathroom and take a left, that is room. Again, looking at the bathroom, take a right, that is just an open spare room. When you first walk in the door and take a left, there's stairs. Those stairs go right into the living room. When you're in the living room, you can go right, which when you go right to the hallway, there's like this hallway right here. There's a bathroom here and Xana's room right here. If you don't go in that hallway, you just go straight. You can see the stairs that go up to the third floor. Right next to the stairs on the left is my room. To the right of the stairs is the kitchen and the sliding door. When you walk up the stairs to go to the third floor, right immediately to your left is Katie's room. You can look kind of diagonally to your right, and there's the bathroom, and then fully to the right is Maddie's room.
So it's a tri-level?
Yeah.
And you're on the same floor as Maddie and Kylie?
I'm on the same floor as Xana.
As Xana?
Yeah.
So maybe I missed that. I'm sorry. So where is Kaylee and Maddie's room?
They're third floor.
Okay. And you're second?
Yes.
Okay. And who's in the basement?
Just.
Okay. I'm sorry, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Plunder.
We're going to have to walk
True
you through
Crime
some tough
Audio.
questions. Are you going to be okay with that?
Yeah.
So tell us about Saturday. Let's talk about the 12th.
Okay.
The day of the game. What time did you get up on the 12th?
I don't even know. We had formal and we had a little party on Friday, so obviously a lot of us were pretty drunk that night. I don't remember exactly when I woke up. We started drinking champagne right off the bat.
Tell me what formal is.
So
like a ball.
Kind of like that. Me and my friend ended up not going to formal. We went house and then just came back home and like kept drinking and partying at my house. And then it was like more of a smaller party. It was people that we were closer to, just mostly not like everyone else.
They came to your house?
Yeah.
Who was in your house that night? On the night of on the Friday night? You're saying the
So
Friday night.
obviously all the roommates, Ethan and my friend and her, I guess her boyfriend wasn't there, and her boyfriend, and they brought, and I guess she brought her friend. Yeah, it was like all of our friends and their dates.
You knew everyone that was there?
Yes, they're most all of them were except for the dates. There was a few freshmen there. I believe it was, and they had their dates. I don't remember who they were. They were of some sort.
Meaning?
A fraternity.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Not from cultural.
No.
You just got to clarify.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm trying to think of who else. Oh, we had our friend. I don't think she brought a date, and then later brought her date, and then I believe that was all.
Is your first name?
Yeah. Well, I guess you could say.
And
yeah.
How long did the party go from the 11th to the 12th?
We started, I believe, around 4:30. Some of us. So when you have a formal, you have a sober hour. All the were wanting to go. We got a ride from a sober person at 7:20. We had to be at the house before 7:30. We were at
Plunder. True
for,
crime audio.
I would say, maybe 30, 40 minutes. And then Kaylee was my date with me, so she came with me. We decided we wanted to go home. So Maddie Mogan, she got me and Kaylee an Uber. We came home.
Do you
And
know
then
who the Uber was?
no, I don't remember. And her date.
Hold on. Did she say Kaylee got her one? Or Maddie?
Uber. We came home. We decided we wanted to go home. So Maddie Mogan, she got me and Kaylee an Uber. We came home.
Do you
And
know
then
who
Dang, that's some good friends. My friend. I'm just kidding. I do have friends that have offered me an Uber, but that's really sweet.
the Uber was?
no, I don't remember. And her date, and then her date got a ride from another Uber home, I believe, or Sobro. I can't remember exactly. I would say that was around 7:30, around 8 to 8:10, 20-ish on Friday.
I want to clarify something so you know. If there's alcohol going on, use, any type of drug use, that's not why we're here.
Yeah, I know. That's what
do.
Robin told me.
Yeah, but that's not our focus. We need to figure out who did this to your roommates and forever changed your life.
Yeah, I know. And we were all very drunk.
So you get the ride home from the Uber around 8:30?
I would say so, maybe a little bit earlier than that. I think it was like right around 8:30 because that was when everyone was leaving to go to the formal.
Have you ever used this Uber driver before?
I don't remember. I think, it was then, yeah, I believe, yes. Because an Uber driver we know pretty well. We have his number. Super nice guy. I don't know for sure if the Uber that we got that night was the same guy, but we just usually would trust Ubers.
So that night it wasn't.
I don't fully remember.
Okay.
Sorry, I was intoxicated. I don't fully remember that.
No, you're okay. Can I ask you, because I do, and I have to ask how much consumption, so we can understand her statements from the perspective of consumption. Are you okay with that?
Absolutely. I explained all that to her and she's ready to go.
Okay, so Friday night maybe isn't as important as Saturday night, but what happens Saturday? What time does the party end on Saturday?
On Friday, you mean?
Friday to Saturday morning. I'm going to think it ended Saturday morning. Probably didn't end at midnight, right?
I don't even really remember exactly. I'm trying to rethink of what happened, but I can't even think about Friday night really.
Well, this
I
is
don't even remember
why
Schwab.
we're asking.
Do you care if I look at my phone to
I don't
see?
mind
Because
at all.
I have probably videos or somewhat.
Why we're asking too is maybe there's someone you met or some path you crossed Friday into Saturday that resulted in what happened on Sunday. That's why we're walking you back.
Yeah, okay. So I believe we got home and we went over to the Whites. Xana and Maddie were there. I think it was White's apartment. We were there for a little bit. I decided to leave. I think it was in her room. I can't fully remember. It was just me, Maddie, and Xana at the White's apartment, and I just didn't feel like being there, so I walked home. And were at my house. They were playing music, and it was just us four for the rest of the night. And I believe I went, from what my picture I saw, I went home around 12. I went to bed around 12:10 because I was in my bed at 12:15 in that picture.
Who was in the house on Friday to Saturday again?
Sorry, his and me.
And how do you spell?
Oh yeah, I believe.
Thank you.
And then I remember Maddie coming home at some point. I don't fully remember when. I don't remember where Kaylee was. She was either in her room or the club. I don't remember talking to her much after we got home.
But you were in bed by 12:30?
Yes, at latest 12:30. I think so.
Do you remember on Saturday when you may have awakened?
That's not my phone again. Sorry. I don't know exactly when we woke up, but I know we got up at around. I have a picture of me and Xana and Maddie and Kaylee were going to get coffee and going to the store to go get more alcohol. That's at 12:15 from my photo on my phone.
That sounds
I
about
don't know
right.
exactly when I woke up.
Is that on Saturday?
Saturday afternoon, I guess you could say.
Is the picture at your house?
No, it's in the car. I have a video of Xana in the car. That's at 11:44, I guess. So I guess it was earlier than that.
Audio.
And that's us in the car. She had just gotten Starbucks, and then we were on the store to get more alcohol. I believe after that is when we started. We had a few bottles of champagne left from Parents' Weekend, so we were trying to drink that. Kaylee she had some good friends at the White's apartment who were having like a little. It was like a day trip, I guess. They had like 100 beers in this little mini inflatable pool thing, but obviously it wasn't filled with water. And a lot of people showed up there, and it was good. Like we took pictures. That's that picture that's going around. We were all really happy. Like it was a great day. Like nothing weird at all, nothing bad at all.
What were the plans for Saturday night?
There was a lodge party, that's where we went to later that night. That was the main plan. Was like, okay, it's a party tonight. Like those are known as the most fun parties, which is like you want to go to all of those pretty much.
Plunder. True crime
And
audio.
all of you were going? All the roommates were going?
Kaylee wasn't thinking so. Usually when you're a senior, you tend to go to the clubs more than the fraternity parties. That's just like the nature of it. Maddie she did go with us for a little bit, but ended up going home to go with Kaylee to the club.
What time do you think Maddie left you to go from your function to the club with Kaylee?
So I have a assignment that I turned in right before I left to go to somewhere. So pretty much Saturday night, we got home from the White's apartment. I'm going to guess around 5:30 again. I don't fully remember. Again, we were drinking that day too. Like I just had champagne. Like I had probably around 3 drinks, seltzers. We made food. I know me and Kitty made pasta, and Xana made the sandwich. Xana, me, all of us were roommates. So Xana, me, Kaylee, Maddie were all together. Kaylee decided to go take a nap, and then me, Xana, Maddie were on the couch watching a show. I don't know if we were fully watching a show, but we were eating, talking, and we all decided we were going to take a nap. I took a nap on the living room couch. Maddie went to her room, Xana went to her room, and went to her room. I don't remember when Ethan came around. I can't fully remember. Might have been months after we all woke up. We all set a timer at 8 p.m. to wake up together. They all were getting ready to go out. I'm pretty sure Ethan came over when we all woke up. I had to finish some psych homework, and I can look at when I turned it in. That's when I know I left. But I'm almost positive. I guess I shouldn't say that. I don't know for sure when they left, because again, I was probably still intoxicated. I would say I think it's around 9:30 to 10ish.
But you set your alarms for 8 p.m.?
Yes, I know that for sure. We all set our alarms for 8 p.m. I'm just gonna look at when I turn this assignment in. Let's see, what's the date?
It would have been the 12.
Yeah, the 12.
I'm
So
sorry,
I turned my assignment in at 10:12. So then they must have gone before around 9:30,
Plunder.
before 10, because it took me about 20 minutes
Audio.
to do this assignment.
Were you in the house alone?
No, Kaylee was upstairs in her room. She was getting ready for the club. One of her friends came over. I can't remember her name, but I met her a few times. She's super nice. They were upstairs hanging out, and they were all getting ready. I got ready, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go over sing. I left. If I turn this in, I got ready. So it means I probably left around 10:30.
What was the class assignment that you were turning in?
It's Psychology 215.
Did you have a deadline at midnight or something
Yeah, that's when I had. Well, I guess it's supposed to be turned in Friday, so I was trying to turn it in.
to get some credit?
Yes, some credit at least.
So you think you left at
10:30 because I had to get ready. This assignment obviously is turned in 10:12. I'm going to say around 10:30 is when I left.
When you left, who was in the house?
Kaylee, I believe, and I know Kaylee was for sure, and I don't fully remember if her friend was still there. I'm
What's
pretty
your friend's
sure.
name again?
I don't remember her name. She's super nice. I met her. I mean, she's an 8, so like I'm not like close to her, but I know of her, and she's super nice. I just can't remember her name. So, my house is like a 2-minute walk. Like it's right in front of our house, pretty much. Across the street up the little green hill. I guess you would know. As I was walking there, the White's apartment, like the parking lot between, I guess, parking lot between the street and the Whites. I was walking down there, I saw Maddie, and she was holding a box of White Claws, I believe. And as she was walking, I was like, oh, like, where are you going? Like, are you not staying? She goes, no, I'm going to go to the club with Katie. I was like, oh, okay, well, have fun. I don't know when they left. I didn't go home. I just went straight to the
Real quick. The route you took to the, did you go down to King and cross, or did you take a shortcut?
you know those little stairs that's in between, like the tiny little stairs that's next to the Whites?
Yeah.
Those tiny stairs. I walked down that,
Plunder.
walked the
True
Whites
crime
parking
audio.
lot, and then up that green hill.
Okay,
to
so
the-
when you came out your front, I'm assuming you came out the front door
Yes.
into the parking lot.
Yes.
Crossed Queen.
Yes.
Took that short little path
Yes.
between the Whites and the blue apartments
Yes.
to your left.
Uh-huh.
What point in there is where you ran into Maddie?
Right when that parking lot, like that big blue dumpster, I'm almost positive is where I met her, and I was like, oh, like, what are you doing? She goes, I'm going to the club.
So you were already down then? into
Yeah,
the
I was
White
down the parking lot, and then
Okay.
like right where it ends in that blue dumpster is where I
Okay.
saw her.
Was she headed home with the White Claws first?
Yes, she had the White Claws with her, and she was walking home. And I believe it was like one of those mini 6-packs, not like the huge ones.
And we're not here. We're not.
Yeah,
I know. You know that.
So I go through there because they close their gates at a certain time, so you have to go through the front door and get these wristbands. I go through the door. I called Xana. And it's like, oh, like what apartment you're at? Because they were at apartments beforehand, and they go apartment 4. So I go down there. Ethan's there. One of the freshmen is there. There's some girls in there I don't know, but like I've seen before. They're all sorority and fraternity people. I'm with Xana, and Ye is there with us as well. Which is, she has a guy, super nice guy, met him a lot, like great friend. He was with us too. Me and Ye were kind of going in and out of the lodge, which is the main place, and back to the apartment just to see like how it was going, like if it was going or not, which it really wasn't that night. I mean, there was not a lot of people, which is kind of weird.
Was there a football game going on at the same time though?
No,
Oh,
I don't believe
there was
so.
a late game that night.
Maybe there still was. I can't
against
remember.
Davis. So I think it started at 8:30.
Oh, okay.
was a late
I
game,
don't know.
It started
I
at,
thought it was at 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the Washington State game that was
that
that
was
game.
already done.
Yeah, so that I think that should have been done
It was
before
not.
Sigma Chi, I
Yes.
believe. Yeah,
Yeah, there was
Sorry.
that's
That was
fine.
a
Yeah,
late
I just
game.
didn't know. So me and Gib obviously going back and forth, kind of looking around. Eventually they go into the room, apartment, which I think it is. I can't remember. I think it's apartment. I can't fully remember. He's a super nice guy. Totally trust him. Like I've met him a lot. They were hanging out in there. I remember Ethan was really worried about his because is they also had their formal that night, and so as her date. He was texting her a lot because she wasn't answering her, and apparently she'd been calling.
Ethan?
Crying.
This is
Ethan Chapman.
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about, but you're talking about Ethan calling it.
Chapman.
I think they're talking about Ethan calling his sister.
Chapin, I can't remember how to say it. Apparently she was crying and she wasn't answering her phone. And he was just like texting her a lot, really worried. I ended up talking to me after everything happened, and she's like, no, like I just fell asleep and I forgot to text, and the last thing he said was like, I love you. That's like way later. But so I remember that, and then I remember.
Did he say why she was upset?
No, he didn't know why, and he was really worried about her. He's very protective. Like, he was like an older brother, like a big brother to me too. Like, he was super protective of all of us. And then I believe it was me that went to the lodge. And I remember saying like, hey, do you want to go to is one of Xana's best friends. We met through Xana. And she was, I guess she wasn't at the house. She has 2 roommates. One of them I know was there, and they were just having, I think there's like 5 or 6 people total at the house, and it's like a 5-minute walk from my house. So I remember telling me, and like, do you want to go later? We just called it. They ended up staying, so me and ended up walking there. It's like a 5-minute walk, as with them. We go in there. It's obviously me and best friend, and then twin, and then there's also him, I believe. I'm almost positive that's who was there. Again, I kept drinking more. We were playing Rage Cage drinking game, so I don't know fully how much I had to drink. I obviously was probably drunk at this point.
Prior to that point, how much you had to drink? Up to the point that you don't remember, how much had you had to drink?
So like after the nap, I had about 3 or 4 drinks of seltzers. I'm pretty sure.
Like what type of seltzer?
Like just White Claws.
Is that 8%?
Those are 5%.
They're yours at 5, so you're doing the lower end.
Yeah, that's what we usually would always drink.
So this isn't a question of interrogation. It isn't a jam up. Were you doing anything else besides the alcohol?
Audio.
No, me and never have. Dan and Ethan, they would take Adderall every now and then, but that was the only thing they would ever do. Maddie would never, ever. Kaylee, I remember her talking about it once when she did Adderall, but that was it. I mean, Zan and Ethan were very smart. They were not, like, stupid with drugs at all. I remember all I heard of them doing was Adderall. That's the only thing I've heard of. Me and were never, like, we just never touched that stuff.
You just did alcohol?
Yeah, just drank. That was the only thing we did. So we're at our place, obviously having a good time. My friend, do you know what a Borg is? People do Borgs. It's like those huge water jugs you pour alcohol, put vodka and me or whatever. It's supposed to like get you really drunk or whatever. Obviously had drinking a whole Borg, and she was very drunk, and I didn't want her to walk home. So she had been talking to this guy named He's a super sweet guy. I really like him. I was like, okay, well, I can take with me to go home, and we can watch Vampire Diaries and just cook popcorn, you know? So every fraternity, they have sobros, which are freshmen that are supposed to be sober for that night so they can drive people home. I tell him, I was like, hey, can you get a sobro so we don't have to walk? I mean, the walk's not terrible, but, like, she can not walk very well. We get the sobro. Was going to come with us, my friend, but she ended up staying at, I believe. I don't know where she went exactly because of me got in the car. I don't know who the guys were that drove us, but like I trust them because I knew them. I trusted him. They were all part of it. They're known as being like super nice, trustworthy guys. We get home. No one is home. So we go upstairs. The house is kind of a mess, obviously, because we just had that party Friday. Saturday, we were drinking, whatever.
What time is this that you go home?
Oh, let me check again. I don't know if I fully have a photo.
What do you call the freshman that stays
True
sober?
crime
Sobros.
audio.
Sobros. Thank you.
Yeah. So it was definitely after 1 because I have a video of dancing at 1. So I guess at first I thought it was 1, but it could have been 1:30. I don't know.
Raise your hand if you ever had sobros when you were in college. 0. We didn't have any of those. That's a pretty good idea. Put the freshmen up to it. You know, hey, you want to be in the fraternity, you got to be able to drive us home. I think it's a good idea. I really do think it's a good idea.
Intoxicated, I don't fully remember. I'm going to say around
Right?
1:15 to 1:30ish. That could be wrong.
That's on Sunday morning.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Do you know who the sober brother was who gave you the ride?
No, but like if needed, I can text him. He would know.
Okay.
So we get home. There's popcorn. I obviously make just a bowl of popcorn for me and Lynn, and I put Vampire Diaries on. I don't know for sure, but I think around 20 minutes later, Beth came home and we just laid down and watched Vampire Diaries. When I first did this interview, I thought it was around 2 when I went to bed, but it could have been later. I don't fully remember. Again, I was kind of out of it. I was drunk. At some point, I did go into my bed. I ended up sobering up, and she walked home. I told her she could get a ride, but she wanted to walk home. I was like, okay.
Do you know what time that would have been?
I don't know when she left. I mean, that was like a normal thing. Like, you were never worried in Moscow. It was normal just to walk home. I don't know what time I went to bed. I have no clue. I remember waking up somewhere around 2 and 2:30. Again, I don't fully remember. I heard Maddie and Kaylee come home. Again, the walls are pretty thin, like you can hear everything. So Maddie and Kaylee get home from the club. I noticed they have grub truck, so it's just like that video that's going around. It's them at grub truck. They usually just get mac and cheese. So I can tell they got home from grub truck because they got mac and cheese and they take an Uber home. I have like a video of us. Let me see what time that's at.
Oh, you got up and took a video?
I went up to, so pretty much, I don't know where Beth was, but she was upstairs with Maddie and Kaylee in Kaylee's room. I went up there to say hi and hang out with them for a little bit. The video I have is at 3:10, so I guess it was a lot later than I thought. Sorry, I don't know. This video I have is at 3:10.
Do we have those videos?
It was on your phone, right?
Yes, it was on my phone, so you should be able to have all this.
True crime audio.
Does anyone else want to text and ask if he's still
So it's the Uber driver that we all know.
Is that 3:11 a.m.?
That was 3:10. I thought it was around 2:30.
What were they asking to text Eric for?
To take us back to Grub Truck so we could get more food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Grub Truck was like the best place to go when you were drunk.
So who's in the house at 3:10 a.m.?
I don't know where Zen and Ethan are.
Okay.
I don't know if they came home or not, but I know for sure. I know who's in the video. We can hear her laughing. So it's me, Kaylee, and Maddie. That is who's in that video. And I have a picture of Maddie.
Just to make sure that we have that, could you text that to myself?
Yes, I have a picture of Maddie too, and I'll save both of these and send them to you.
Thank you.
And I can screenshot the timestamp too. I can send it to you after this whole
Yeah,
thing.
that's fine.
And that's on the 13th of November.
Yeah, that's on Sunday. I guess it's really early Sunday. So I guess that was at 3:10. I thought it was earlier. I didn't know that.
Before we go farther, you said when you got home with, you said no one was home.
No one was
You
home.
even went upstairs.
No, I never went upstairs.
Oh.
But because Kaylee and Maddie came home later, that's how I knew they were not there that time.
So what about Ethan and Zena?
Their door was open. I could see that. I could tell that they were not home.
Their door was open at that point. When
Yes,
you came.
sorry, I can't fully remember. I don't know for sure if their door was open or not, but I believe they were not there. I mean, maybe they were, but at that moment, I believe they were not.
Okay.
So
Well,
obviously,
let me step back because that's a fair question. So when you were talking about Ethan trying to get hold of his sister, did he leave your group to go check on his sister?
I don't think so. I don't know. I think he thought that she might be either at her house or like at the formal, wherever it was. I don't really know. I don't remember talking to him a lot. Yes, left that little group to go into the lodge. So I don't know where him and Xana
You
went
never
after.
saw him again.
No, I did not see him again. So after the video of me, Maddie, Kaylee, and in that room, I did text, and I'm gonna guess you have this text. I can screenshot all of it to you.
Okay.
I texted. I was like, "Hey, are you driving tonight?" He goes, "Yes, I am." And then me and Kaylee were like, we're not gonna go anymore. Like, we just didn't feel like going, so we never did. I went into bed. I have a big habit of locking my door because I watch Criminal Minds a lot, and it kind of messes up my mind, so I get freaked out about everything pretty much. I don't remember if I locked my door or not that night, but pretty much there was music playing in the living room, which is very normal. People come out, like our roommates come home drunk with some people, you play music. That's normal on the weekends. Not weird at all. I could tell it was Kaylee by her voice. I don't know how I knew it was her, but I'm pretty sure it was from her voice. And I also knew that Murphy was with her. So that's how I knew it was for sure Kaylee.
Her dog.
Yes, her dog. And
What time did you go to bed? What time do you think you went to bed?
I have no clue. Somewhere after that video of 3:10.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't fully remember.
When did you text, or that would help us,
Yes, I'll look at that.
because you went to bed after you texted him?
Yes, I went to bed. I was walking downstairs when I texted him, so it would have been like right after I
Were
went.
you using your normal phone texting to talk
Yes.
to these people, or were you using an app or something like that?
What do you mean texting? Like,
So there's multiple ways to text people. You can either text by using your phone through the
Yeah.
actual message system, or you use Facebook or Snapchat.
yeah. So the main two ways we text is Snapchat and text.
Okay.
I switch between both. Like, it's never like, oh, I only text this. Like, I don't, like it's both kind of.
Okay. Do you have a preference on which one you normally use?
No, it just is like if
Or
they.
does it depend on who you're talking to?
I guess it would be, it depends who I'm talking to and like how important it is. Usually if it's more important, I go through text. But then also like I'll
Plunder.
text like my
True
high school
crime
friends through more
audio.
text than Snapchat.
Okay.
Like it just is random, I would say. Nothing really.
It's
why.
not difficult to transition between the two. is it?
No, it's not. Like my friends, I'll text through Snapchat and then I'll also texting her through messages. It just is random.
Okay.
Let me
So
try
could
and-
there be chances we could see gaps when they look at your phone and everything like that? They could see text messages through your normal phone here, no text messages in them maybe for a day or two because you're using something
Yeah.
else.
I thought, are you guys able to go like download my Snapchat stuff in there, or
I
is
don't
that not
know.
possible?
So I've been traveling these last couple
Okay.
of days, so I don't know everything that's been done up there in Moscow and what they've been able to find.
Okay.
But if I have information that it's normal for you to do certain things, then it helps them.
Because
when they see
there is a
everything.
gap on your cell phone. There's a
Okay.
gap
Plunder.
And that's-
communications
True
on your cell
crime
phone from
audio.
Saturday, but it resumes normally on Sunday.
Yeah, that's probably why. If there is any way that you guys could download that stuff, I would really like you to have that just so you can get a better timeline and figure anything out, if that's
Okay.
possible.
Well,
I
if
don't want to
anything-
interject too much, but I just got an email from Bill Thompson about specifically Snapchat accounts, all the accounts that you would have on your email, because I was talking to the Detective Blaker about maybe you guys just deleting those accounts so that you're not getting hounded by, the trolls out there.
Yeah.
And he had a meeting this morning with a forensic detective, and he says, we prefer that the accounts not be deleted. If it would help, we could get your client's login information to Detective Mowry, and he could then change the passwords so your clients wouldn't have to worry about the accounts.
Okay.
So that's just something for you guys to discuss and throw out, that's what they're wanting to know, what you want to do with that. If that's easier, to just give them your passwords and they can just log in. But
It's totally fine with me.
I'll let you guys think about that.
Okay.
The one thing with Snapchat is when you do send a text, it can go away. So
Yes.
I'm gonna guess you guys can still download that stuff, maybe.
If not, that they can also request through Snapchat
Yeah.
for preservation.
Okay,
and then
that's-
see if it would still be there when they get.
That's the main thing, because I believe I called Ethan through Snapchat, not because some people only have their Snapchat, I don't have their phone number, which is kind of
Right.
weird. That's how it is.
What's
So
your login information on Snapchat?
it's like my user.
User and then your.
So it would be
Plunder. True crime audio.
yes. I have to figure out my password again, but it's probably gonna be. I mean, I can reset it so you guys can have that password. I'll try and figure that out.
So your password would.
I've had a lot of passwords, so I have to figure that out.
Can I ask you before I forget, because I will,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm older. Do you happen to know your roommates' passwords onto their cell phones?
No, I don't at all.
So you've never seen them put in their PIN or do it?
No, usually you don't. You're not really logging out of Snapchat.
I'm just talking just into their phones in general.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if they have passwords or not. I have no clue. May or may not know Maddie's, because we're all super close, but Maddie was, so they had like that a little bit stronger connection, but I doubt she knows that. So at 3:10 is when I asked, "Are you driving by chance?" At 3:13, he said, "I am," but I never responded. I just went to bed. So I guess it would have been like 3:15. I went to bedish.
So the timeline, and you know this already, that it's so critical to us.
Yeah, I remember when I first did the second interview, I didn't at the times, but now looking at photos and text, like I can see better timeline.
Do you know if it ever came? Did
I
you hear
don't
one?
think so. I would guess he didn't because I never responded. But he, like, we talked to him all the time. Like, we text him all the time. He knew where our house was. He knew, like, what Front Atlantis was, what the Whites was. We really liked him. He was our favorite Uber driver. He could know something just because they do probably have cameras, and it probably would be a good guy to talk to just in case. But, like, we trusted him. He was a super nice guy. Always made sure we got home safe. I never had, like, any weird suspicion with him ever.
How old is he?
Oh, I don't know. I think mid-30s probably. He has a kid. I know that. He's married.
So he's talked to you. You've had conversations.
Yeah, we've had a lot of conversations, like, obviously drunk with him.
So you went to bed after that communication?
Yes, after that
3:13?
communication. I don't fully remember, but I think I was on my phone watching Vampire Diaries for a little bit. I don't know how long. I don't know for sure if I was or wasn't. Again, I don't know if I locked my door. I have a habit of locking my door, but I don't know if I did. And I don't remember. I'm usually the one that locks the sliding door at night because Xan and Ethan would get up and forget to lock it. I don't know if I locked it that night. I don't know if anyone else. I don't believe I locked it. But it also wasn't like, oh, you have to lock it. Like, Moscow always seemed like a super safe place. Like, you walk home at night drunk by yourself or with one other girl. Like, that's just the norm of Moscow. So I fell asleep. Usually when I am drunk, I fall asleep a lot better. And during the weekdays, I get a lot more scared about things. But when on the weekends, because I have been intoxicated and I am obviously drunk, I sleep a lot better. Like, a lot deeper sleep, I would say. So...
Do you suffer from anxiety?
Yeah.
Even before
Yeah.
starting?
I just remember, I remember waking up around 4 to 4:20. I have text to me and Kaylee at just text from me to her at 4:20. Let me make sure.
Plunder.
Well, I have to step back because I forgot to
Audio.
ask you. After the initial White Claws, what else did you consume? You had the 3 White Claws you told us.
So yes, 3 White Claws at 6. Going to the house, I had some of Borg, obviously Rage Cage. I don't know what they put in it. I don't believe it was hard alcohol. I think it was just seltzers. I'm pretty sure it was just seltzers that store. I don't remember it being any hard alcohol.
It's
Obviously,
called Rage Cage.
yes, it's like just drinking game. I had a little bit of, I don't know how much I would say, of Borg, which obviously has like vodka brunettes. I don't know how much. I don't know how much I drank, but obviously some of that. And then I would say I probably had like 2 or 3 more drinks, maybe a few more.
And what were they?
Also White Claws.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And where were they at? At home?
What do you mean?
Did you drink them at home?
This was at house.
Okay. Did you drink anything at home when you ate the
No.
popcorn?
No.
So the drinking had stopped.
Once we left the house, it stopped.
So at around 2 o'clock, basically, based off what you told
I think so. I don't fully know. I'm like trying to think again. Because I know the last video I have is us was dancing at. Let me look at that again. That was at 12:57. So I would say,
True crime.
I don't know,
audio.
1:15, 1:30 I left, just basing off these videos that I have. So we got that sober home, obviously. What we watched Vampire Diaries, had popcorn. Maddie,
No more alcohol.
no more alcohol. So then I guess I told you that rest of the part. So
You're in your bed. You said so. We interrupted you. So you awakened at somewhere between 4 and 4:20 a.m.
oh yeah, I have texts that I texted Kaylee. So on my phone it says 5:22 because the time changed, but Moscow's an hour behind. So at 4:22 in Moscow, I guess would that change also my Snapchat video times?
Yes.
So then all of this would be an hour behind. That kind of messed everything up. Sorry, then I guess everything would be an hour behind.
But on your phone, on your phone now, you're saying at 4:22, you texted Kaylee the
Yeah.
first time.
But now, since we're in Boise, it changed to 5:22. I don't really know why.
Because
But-
we're an hour ahead.
Yeah, an hour ahead, and I made sure because I sent a screenshot to my mom that had my time, and it showed my mom's time, and obviously switched over because of Boise time. Sorry, that really confused me.
What did you text her?
I said, Kaylee, what's going on?
True
Please answer.
crime
So,
audio.
Why did you ask that?
I'll start from there. 4 a.m., around 4 to 4:20. I don't know if I was still drunk. Probably was. I don't know for sure. I was really asleep. I woke up out of nowhere. I heard her playing music.
How do you know it was her? I guess I should ask that.
I don't really know for sure why I knew it was her, but I think it's because I heard her voice and she's probably singing. I knew for sure it was her when she walked upstairs and she said someone's here. That's how I knew for sure that it was Kaylee. So pretty much she walked up the stairs, normal, wasn't weird or anything, and I was like, okay, I can go back to bed.
So she shouted out to you, somebody's here?
Not to me. I don't know if she knew I was awake, but so she walked up the stairs with Murphy. I think she got to almost about the top of the stairs just by how many stomps there was. And she said someone was here frantically, but it wasn't a yell because I know for a fact it wasn't yell or shout because not here. And from what I heard, it's between talking and yelling. Wasn't yelling, but it's in between there. I believe I was also very drunk. I don't know how much of this is real. I don't know if my mind was doing whatever. I don't know any of it. Half of the stuff, I don't know if it's a dream or if it's real. I just have no clue. But in that moment of what I think I heard, was her saying someone's here. Again, I think it was more between talking and yelling. I don't know for sure. From what I remember, I think she ran down the stairs pretty fast and then it just stopped. That's when I texted her, I believe, is I was kind of what in the world, what is this? Doesn't make sense. And I didn't think anything was wrong because nothing ever bad happens in Moscow ever. So then.
Did Kaylee sound stressed?
Yes, kind of. I think, I don't know for sure.
What was Murphy doing? Was he barking?
Audio.
I think he was barking again. I don't remember fully. I think he was
Murphy
barking.
a barker? Does Murphy bark at strangers?
We don't get a lot of strangers, so I don't know. Think so.
What would make Murphy bark? What normally, under normal circumstances, would make Murphy bark?
He just wasn't really much of a barker.
But you heard him barking, you think? Or
Yeah, I think so. From what I think I heard.
Can I step back a second?
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this because you said you've been consuming alcohol, but I have to ask you because you have gone.
So.
So you heard Murphy barking, but Murphy's barked before.
I mean, so when in the backyard there's dogs out there and he would bark at them. I don't think he ever really barked at people. Again, I don't remember fully. I'm just guessing off of what I think. But I do think I think I remember hearing barking when Kaylee said that. And I just something about her running down the stairs really fast because of how fast she was stomping.
You could hear that.
Yeah, from what I don't know if it's real or if my mind's just drunk and awake. I don't know really.
Well, that's important for us. So
Yeah.
we can't tell you whether or not that was reality.
Yeah, I mean, I have no clue. I keep trying to remember, but I don't know what's real and what's not, pretty much from that night, and it's kind of frustrating not knowing at all. I don't remember who I called first. I don't remember when I called them. I mean, I guess I could look on Sunday from my phone.
Was this at the time you heard Kaylee running?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me look from Sunday.
What's Kaylee saying?
She just said someone's here, and then nothing else, from what I remember.
But it sounded like you said you heard her say someone's here, then heard the frantic.
Yes, that's what I think I remember.
So
So like she walked.
She was wearing shoes or not wearing shoes?
I think she was wearing, because all the girls wear those Doc Martens, whatever. I think it was those. I don't know. I have no clue, but I'm pretty sure it was shoes because of how loud it was. Again, I don't know for sure. From looking at my phone, Okay, so I called at 4:19 a.m., which I didn't know. I guess I called before I texted Kaylee. And I think that's when she said something about firecracker, which I thought she was saying that there, like someone threw fireworks in her house because she heard like I don't know what she heard, and something about like a light. I guess you talked to her. I don't fully know. I didn't understand it. I was out of it, obviously, probably still tipsy and just woke up. I thought she meant someone threw fireworks in her house, which didn't make any sense. So after that, I called Xana at 4:20 a.m. And then next, I called Kaylee as well as at 4:20 a.m.
And what, did you leave a message or anything?
No. And then I called again at 4:20. I don't really know why. Then I called Maddie at 4:21. Then Maddie at then Kaylee at 4:27.
So you never left your room?
So after I heard Kaylee say that, from what I can remember is I opened the door, and I do remember like looking up the stairs and then looking to the side, and I could kind of see the living room, but not fully. And I just remember like seeing nothing. So I slept the door and locked it because I was freaking out. Like I didn't know if there was a guy there. I don't know if anything was there or not. Like, I don't know.
Crime audio.
I opened the door again. Again, I don't know if this was real or if my mind was just like playing with me. But from what I think I heard was someone was crying in the bathroom. And I think it was Kaylee. But I don't know. I couldn't tell. And I just...
Which bathroom?
The one me and Xana share on the second floor.
So the second time you opened your door?
Yes. And again, I don't know for sure if this was in the bathroom, just like what I think happened from what I think I heard and all that. And then from after like the crying, I think I heard someone, like this guy's voice I had never heard in my life, just saying like, no, like it's okay, I'm gonna help you. But it wasn't in this nice way, like it was a weird, creepy way from what I think I remembered. And I'm pretty, again, I don't know anything for sure. I think I called out for Kaylee and Xana because it was the second floor, and I was just like, Kaylee, Xana. And so if someone was there, they would have heard me. And I don't know.
So when you heard his voice, where would he have been when you heard it?
I think the bathroom. I don't know for sure. It could have been, it just seemed too distant from the living room. So I just in my mind, I think in my mind just suggested, okay, bathroom. That's what I think I hear. Like I think it's bathroom.
And what was it again? He said, I'm sorry.
He said, no, he said, it's okay. I'm going to help you. I think that's what I said. Again, everything's kind of fuzzy still. I don't fully remember.
Was it directed at you?
No. I think what he was saying that to was whoever was crying in the bathroom. And I from what I think I remember, it was a male voice.
And what did you think? What were you thinking at this time?
I don't even know what I was thinking. I was just like, what in the world is going on? Like, who is that? Like, are they talking to the girl crying? Like, I don't.
And you thought the girl might be Kaylee.
Yeah, that's what I think I thought.
But you're only thinking that because of the position of the bathroom in their bedrooms, but you don't know that it's Kaylee.
Yeah, I have no idea if it's Kaylee. I have no clue at all. That's just what I'm thinking at that moment is like, I just thought it was Kaylee, but now I'm like, at that moment, what I thought was it was Kaylee. Now, after hearing more stuff and thinking more, it could have been Xana. But from that moment, I thought it was Kaylee.
It's more important. That's what I was going to tell you. It's more important because I know you've talked to, it sounds like, from Dustin's interview.
Yeah.
Don't allow, if you can't, that information to influence what you knew at the time that we're asking you these things were happening, because we're trying to figure out who did this, and we can't have those influences drive our, we're trying to.
So like at that moment,
you thought it was Kaylee.
I thought it was Kaylee. I totally thought it was Kaylee.
Had you ever heard that male voice before?
No, I've never heard that in my entire life. It was not Ethan's voice whatsoever. I know Ethan's voice, and it was not Ethan's voice at all.
And the tone of the voice, what did it sound like?
It was like almost like a sorry but like creepy tone. I don't really know how to explain a voice. I guess it's kind of hard to explain. But it wasn't like, it's okay, I'm gonna help you. It was like, no, like, it's okay, I'm gonna help you. Like, it wasn't like this frantic, like, I'm gonna help you. It was just like, it was just weird from what I remember.
Can we step back for a second?
Yeah.
I don't watch Vampire Diaries. It's not my genre. I like scary movies, and I will tell you, I watch Halloween every year.
Yeah.
The same original. What was on the Vampire Diaries going on before you went to bed?
So Vampires is just about this girl and these two guys that are vampires that like fight between her. It's not let's just be scary. It's just like those kind of like rom-com, like fictional, like dystopian kind of movies. I don't remember what episode we were on. To be honest, I don't remember I just remember watching Vampires. I don't remember what episode it was, what we saw. Like,
do the vampires rescue girls?
Kind of. I guess you can have to I guess I would look it up to understand it more.
No, the only reason I'm asking is could that seed have been planted in your mind from a movie you had just been watching when you went to sleep?
I guess it could have. I mean, it is vampire. Like, I guess I don't know, but I mean, it's like vampires. One of the vampires is always dressed in like a black suit, black pants. So like that could have been. I don't know.
When you were jolted awake, or when you became aware, is that normal for you? Do you wake up under those circumstances, or do you wake up naturally?
Well, I have like a lot of times, like my mom will come in, I like gasp because I get freaked out a lot, like really easily. But the fact that I jumped up so fast and locked my door, like as fast as I did, not normal at all. I don't know, like something just came over me. It was like, get up, lock your door.
So something in your mind was processing. But
yeah.
You don't know what it was.
I don't know what it was at all. I have no idea.
When that first happened, was Murphy barking?
I think so. I don't know for sure. I think I heard barking, but again, I don't know for sure. It could have been my mind, just like, I don't know.
When you opened the door the first time to look up and down the hallway, and up the stairs, was Murphy barking?
No. Well, I guess I shouldn't say no. I don't know for sure, but from what
Do you remember if Murphy was barking?
I don't think so. I think he was only barking when Kitty said something, and then I think he left the house. Like I like, you know when sounds get more distant and you can hear them getting more distant? That's what I thought I heard, and I think he went out of the house, like out the back door, which means
probably running from Coburger. Run from his scary ass too. But no, I think that's what happened. Probably Brian came in, left the door open, and little Murphy went out.
That back door,
Plunder.
I think it would have been
True
open.
Crime Audio.
Is he a very skittish dog?
I mean, he's a puppy. I don't know if I would say skittish. I mean,
Is he easy to scare?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't really know for sure. I mean, I met him in August, so I wouldn't know a ton. I guess you could say. I mean, he's still a
So
puppy.
I have to
in a way.
go back because we recorded this.
Yeah.
When you say he left the house, you're talking about the dog.
The dog,
not the subject that was in
From
the house.
what I thought and from how I could hear him barking, I thought he had left the house.
And was that the second time or first time? Because the
First
second time when you open your door,
The first time was my thought. I guess when I opened the door, I think, I just looked around, I didn't hear any barking, then I closed the door, and I think that's when I could tell Murphy was barking, out, leaving, I guess. I don't really understand it. My mind's, things are just almost, misplaced, I guess.
because you've been through a lot.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense at all. I feel like there's pieces missing that I don't understand why.
Could be the alcohol as well.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So after the crying and the guy's voice, I shut the door again. I locked it. I kept opening and locking it.
Did you continue to call?
I don't know. So I can see I called Kaylee at 4:27 a.m. and then I called Xana at 4:28. So I don't know when those calls are between opening and locking the door from those 3 times. Because I think I opened the door 3 times and then shut it 3 times. So I don't know when those calls are between. I thought maybe I called back the first or second time, but again, I don't know. It could have been before I even opened the door. I just don't know.
Were you processing any danger?
No, it was just obviously I was scared because I was why is there someone in the house? But when I thought about it, I was just we have parties here a lot. People come in and out all the time. It's normal for people to come in with other people. That's not weird. But I just didn't understand what was going on. It didn't make sense to me at all. I never would have thought, intruder, murderer. That never crossed my mind once. That's what I don't understand.
So I want to tell you, from the first time I heard the story, the perspective I had, not your story, but hearing it from the detective sergeant, I thought this is why it's important, that the offender was talking to you,
No.
that you're going to be okay.
No.
It was directed at the person crying in the bathroom.
Sorry if that got mixed up, but like.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
This is why it's important. Who do you think that person was talking to?
I think it was Kaylee, and I think the guy was talking to Kaylee in what I think was the bathroom.
That's important. But do you see my perspective?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Then that means he knows you and he wants to protect you. And that would be important for his investigation.
That makes more sense. So obviously I left her that second time. I don't know who I called before, after, whatever.
It's on your phone though?
Yeah, it's on my phone. And
so did you ever call anyone outside the house?
No, it didn't even cross my mind. I was just calling my roommates, that's like my closest friends who I trust. I called Ethan at one point. I mean, let me go on Snapchat. I don't know if it's still there or not.
If it is, can you take a screenshot of it so we don't lose it? And nobody's answering the phone. What about?
She answered the phone.
And what did you say?
I don't remember what I called her. I don't know at all. And I have the text, but I just remember her saying something about fireworks. That's firecracker fireworks. That's all I remember. I don't remember what I said to her. It just says Sunday Ethan couldn't talk. I mean, do you want me to screenshot it still?
Yeah. Timeline.
There's no time. There's no time on it.
What could that be? And thanks, Brandy, for being a member for so long. It's good to see you. What could that firecracker? I have no clue. Because, I mean, according to everything, nobody was down on the first floor except for Bethany. So what would she have saw back in that corner of the house that's like literally, it's kind of like its own little, it's far away from what's going on, in my opinion. But I know people have said like stun guns and things like that. I don't think that's it, because I don't think he went down there. Like, they did say the door was open the next morning at 8 a.m. And I'm beginning to think maybe that guy might have been thinking it was a different day. Because if the door was open, Dylan would have closed it on her way down. Right? Like, after the killer left, the door would have been open then. She would have closed it. So I wonder what it was. Like, it could have been a fuse. Yes, Betsy, that's good thinking. You know, actually what I was thinking too, I was thinking like something in that, in that other room. That's kind of like locked up or whatever, where the furnace and stuff is. Maybe something there. A bulb breaking. Yeah, that could be it. Oh. They said it was a Sensi that fell and shattered in the unoccupied room on the first level. Ooh, that's not good. Thank you, Julian, for the $5. It might have been Xana turning on the light to grab her order. The bang might have been the door. Well, these are good. Man, these are good answers. This is better. I mean, because we were thinking of stun gun. I'm like, I don't know if that's what it was. I didn't hear anybody say that, Laura, but yeah. I guess it could. Yeah, I mean, but how would she see that all the way from there? Huh? Well, hold on. Hold on. Back it up. Dang, we do not have that recreation. When you walk in the house, the bedroom door is right here. And then you have to go around the stairs. So you're going back. Like, I don't know. I don't think you would see that. I think then people might be lying in them documents. I don't remember reading that. Wow. And I thought I read every single document. Did I miss a page? I must have.
I don't really know why.
Was that through Snapchat?
Yeah, that was through Snapchat.
Don't order Sensi stuff. Be careful, guys.
Sam's number, but the reason I called Ethan is because Ethan's the one that we trusted. It was like if Ethan said that we're safe, because me and are always freaked out at that house. Like someone's gonna. I don't know. Me and are always kind of freaked out by that stuff, and we would hear Ethan and be like, "Okay, Ethan's here. Like we're safe. It doesn't matter. He's 6'3", big guy. Like we're safe." That's why I called him. But he obviously didn't answer, and I thought maybe he was still at or he was at home. I don't know.
When, do you think that was somewhere between 4:20 and 4:27?
I have no clue.
Okay.
I don't have any memory, really. So obviously after I heard, what I think I heard was crying in the bathroom and that guy talking to Kaylee, I opened the door again, and
Is that the third time?
yes, this is the third time. And I don't know how I knew it was someone, because from my mind, it's like I was once wearing these like blurry glasses. Like it's so fuzzy and cloudy, but it was like a figure of someone wearing all black. And it was like, they had the ski mask that was covering their forehead and their chin and mouth. But I could see that all I remember was seeing their eyebrows.
True crime.
And I don't remember what their eyes looked like, but I remember their eyebrows. I don't remember the color of the eyebrows were. I just remember like bushy eyebrows. That's all I could think about. And he was holding this item. I kept calling it a mini vacuum, which makes absolutely no sense. Why would he hold a mini vacuum? Like that makes, I just remember thinking that.
And then you think he was a male?
Yes, because of the voice I heard. I don't think it was female at all. And from what I remember, he was like, from looking at him, was like the figure of what I saw was about my height, maybe a few inches taller. That's how I knew. And when I got interviewed the first or second time, they're like, what was his shape? And I remember saying, like, from that moment of seeing him, I think he was like more, he wasn't like muscular, but he wasn't like super skinny. So it was like it was like skinny toned, like that basketball kind of type, like the skinny but toned.
How tall?
I think around my height, maybe a few inches taller.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10", so I think it could have been around 5'10" to 6 foot, somewhere around there.
Where is he at in the house when you first encounter him?
So my room, so it's like, say it's right here. There's this little wall right here that's like this. So this side, kitchen, other side's living room. I think he was walking past my door and like saw me. I mean, he had to, if I did see this, if it's all is real and it's not like imagination dream, like if it is real, let's just like say that it is for somehow. He had to have heard me call for Kaylee in Santa when I heard Kaylee crying in the bathroom, from what I think I heard.
How many feet away is he from you?
I would say about 3 feet from what I remembered. Again, that could be off because I was obviously probably still a little bit drunk. I just woke up. I don't remember fully. But I remember like what I think I remember was like this item, and it was like what I explained was like it looked like this like cylinder little thing that was skinny like this, like about this long, and then it went like a triangle almost at the end. And I remember one of the cops saying like a bow or something. I can't remember something about that, and it was like the bow and arrow kind of stuff.
Where was it at when he was holding it? Where was?
I don't know. It was. I think it was lower, or it could have been higher. But like.
But it's in his hands.
Yeah, but when I remembered it, it was like when I saw him, I thought firefighter. Like, because what said firecrackers, I was like, okay, firefighter. Like maybe he's like holding it to take out the fire. But when I thought about this, fire didn't even like occur to me like it's a bad thing. Like I never thought, oh, fire, we have to get out. That didn't occur to me at all. I just thought firefighter, like he's gonna help us. And it wasn't like oh, there's an intruder, like this is bad. Like it didn't ever occur to me. And I don't know why. And I know he looked at me because I could see his eyebrows. I think I just saw one eyebrow. I don't know why or how, but I just remember him like. What I think I saw was he was walking out and he saw me, but just kept walking. Like he didn't stop. He didn't like say anything to me. And I just remember saying no, and I slammed the door and locked it. And that was like all I remember. And I don't know if he actually went out the back door. That's what I think happened.
So is that the sliding door?
That's that sliding door. I don't know for sure. That's just what I think I saw in my mind. I'll hold up. Text.
What did you do? So maybe there's something on your phone that you did immediately afterwards in relation to what you saw.
I'm looking at text between me and real quick.
Did he not say anything to you?
From what I remember, nothing at all.
Do you know how far you opened the door?
I don't even remember the third time. I don't know if you could see my whole body. I don't know if you could just see my head. I don't remember at all. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the text between me and I think it will help. Okay, so at 4:22, I said no one's answering. I'm really confused. She goes, yeah, dude, what the fuck?
Plunder.
Xana was wearing
True
all black.
crime
I don't
audio.
remember how all black came up, and I think I might have called her and said there's someone wearing, I don't know. Then at 5:23, I said I'm freaking out. It was like a ski mask almost.
5:23?
4:23, sorry, the time change. And she was like, shut the fuck up, like, actually. And I said, like, he had something over his head and mouth. I'm not kidding. I'm so freaked out. And you can tell I'm obviously freaked out and drunk because, like, the spelling is off. Like, I spelled something with a B and an F. And when I said and, I just put ND. And I spelled wrong. I spelled I wrong. And then I said, my phone is going to die, fuck. And then she said, come to my room, run down here. That was at 4:23. And I said, I'm scared with no A capital R. I'm going to guess you guys have these texts because it's on text message. And she says,
feel safe to leave your room?
I don't know, but I did. I don't know why I did. Like, it just didn't occur to me that anything was wrong. But obviously, yeah, I was
Bethany's downstairs?
downstairs, so 1 floor down. She goes, at 4:25, she goes, yeah, I know, but it's better than being alone. So I opened the door for a second, and I just sprinted. And I don't know why. I feel like it was stupid of me to open the door. Like, I don't know why I did that, but I didn't see anyone. I mean, I was scared, but it wasn't like anything was wrong. I was just like freaked out that someone was in the house, but it wasn't like, oh, this is bad. Like, you know, like I just didn't think about that. And I literally told her, I don't know if this is real or not. Like, I don't know if my mind's playing with me. I don't know if this is like a dream of some sort. So from what I remember is this is now the 4th time opening the door. I go outside, I sprint as I think I sprinted again. It could have been just like running, and I think I'm sprinting. I don't know. I see Xana in a room, and she's like on the floor, and I'm like, okay, she's just like drunk and passed out like that. Maybe she just drank way too much tonight. She'll be fine in the morning. Like, she's with Ethan. From what I thought, I didn't see Ethan. I just saw the door open. From what I remember, I think this is what happened. I remember her just on the floor, and I don't think she had any pants on except for underwear. And I was like, oh, like that was normal for her to like just wear underwear around the house because we were all so comfortable with each other. Like, that was not weird at all. So I thought nothing of it. I was just like, okay, it's fine. And I was almost too scared to go look into her room because I was like, I don't know if there's a guy here or not. I don't know if someone's here or not. Like, I have no clue. I don't know if like my mind's freaking out or not. All I knew was that she was awake. She had been calling me. I needed to go down to her because we could be together.
But you saw Xana on your way by.
Yeah. So when you go, from my room to get to the room, you have to go past the living room. To pass the living room, you look like, so here's my room. I'm coming out this way. I walk down into the living room. I look to my left. That is where Xana's room is. Like, down this little hallway.
Was the lights on or anything?
There were lights on. I think so. I don't know for sure again, but I think so because I was able to see her.
In her room, the lights are on?
Yeah, and I don't know if the bathroom lights are on. I can't remember. I think they were, but again, I don't know. Like, everything's kind of wish-washy. I can't remember.
Is Xana saying anything?
No, I thought she was just passed out on the floor. Like, I thought she was just taking a nap. Like, it happens. Like, you get too drunk, you just like the floor feels fun. Like, sometimes when we're all kind of drunk, we're just like, okay, I just want to fall asleep on the floor. Like, it just feels fine, you know?
At no point after you encountered the man, did you think that there's something about Xana that isn't normal? You never thought that?
Yeah, I never thought anything was wrong. Like, I thought she had just like fallen asleep. I never thought she drank, like she was unconscious. I didn't even think that at all. I didn't think anything was wrong at all. So then I stopped for a second, look at her, like, okay, she's fine. Like, she's just asleep. Like,
is her bedroom light on?
I think so. Again, I don't know for sure. Everything's.
How far is Xana from you when you first see her? What's the distance?
I guess if like I'm right here, it's like behind that window from where I am. Like, it's pretty long hallway, I would say.
Is her bedroom at the end of the hallway?
Yes, the very end of the hallway, and like I couldn't see much. I guess like I could just see her. I could see the top of her head because obviously her head is a lot higher than everything else, and I could see her legs a little bit, and that was it. I didn't see anything else. I didn't see anything wrong. Like, it just looked like a room. Like, yeah, she was drunk, probably messed it up a little bit. It didn't look, from what I think I saw, it didn't look super messy at all. Like, it just looked like there was a few clothes. You know, that's normal for all college girls. Like, it's normal.
So this distance you're talking about, would you have been able to see her if the lights were out?
Probably not.
So some light had to have been on.
I think so. That's what I'm thinking.
Do you guys have night lights in your
No,
house?
I don't.
So nothing I don't.
I mean, we have this. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that because we have like little twinkle lights that go around, like
decorative.
Yeah, so I guess that could have been it. Maybe there was just decorative lights, and that's how I saw Xana. I don't know. And we have this little Scentsy thing. I don't know if it's on. We're pretty good at turning it on and off, so it's not like going all
This is
through
where
all
you
night,
heard it.
but it does have a light. I don't know if that was on.
Where's the Sensi light on normally? Where's it located? I'm sorry.
So from my room, you first walk into the living room. There's like, so there's like, let's say this is the door to the living room. Right to your left is this bar cart with like.
Could this be where you guys heard it? Because I know a few of you guys had seen this already. Thank you, Claudia. I'm losing it. Maybe it just didn't hit me with what it was. I don't know. But I'm like, maybe this is where people heard it.
Some alcohol and like some decorative stuff. Right to your right, there's this little table that has drawers, and that's where the little Sensi thing is. And then the couch.
Okay, I remember
being
talking
able
about
to
that
see
before.
Xana with that light from the living room. All the
I
way down the
don't think
hallway?
so. I don't
This,
think
this
so.
is important because in our world, for an offender to leave lights on a house, you increase the risk of identification. They would rather the lights not be on. So it's important that we get this straight.
I mean, I think Santa's lights were on.
There's
can't
no
remember.
way you could have seen her otherwise, though, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Again,
so I'm not trying to plant a seed.
yeah,
in your
I
head.
know.
But
But
think
like-
about where you're at when you see her. If all the lights are off, you wouldn't have been able to see her normally?
Well, I mean, we have so many twinkle lights, so I might be able to. I have no clue. I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't remember.
No, that's again. I'm not
Yeah.
suggesting you should tell me something you do not know.
Yeah, I don't know if her lights were on or not. I have no clue at all.
But you could see her.
I could see her. I know that I could see her.
And which way is she facing? Which way is her head facing?
So like, let's say like that couch is the back of her wall. That's where her head is, and her legs are towards
Plunder.
like forward towards
True
me.
And then what
crime
is she wearing?
audio.
I don't know what her shirt is. I can just see her wearing underwear, and that was normal. Like, she was really comfortable with us. She would wear just underwear around the house, and that was fine.
Did you call out her name?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't think so. I don't think I did. I thought she maybe was just asleep, so I don't want to wake her up. And then I like ran down the back. She could hear me walking down, so she opened up the door, so I didn't have to wait for her to unlock it. And I just locked the door. And I was like, I don't remember what we talked about at all. I don't know if she does. I have no clue what we talked about. I just remember us being scared a little bit, but like we didn't think anything was wrong at all. We thought, okay, maybe someone's just passing through. Like maybe we just like the house would make a lot of noises too, because I think it is an older house. And it's like I'd be at night hearing just like, you know, like the cracking noises when houses make when they're older.
Settling.
Yeah, that would happen quite often. And so we were kind of used to that, and we just didn't know. And she just said something about a light in her room, like a firecracker or a firework. I don't fully remember, and it just was kind of weird. I was like, what? I don't remember if I talked to her about the guy. I don't remember if I talked to her about what I saw or what I heard. I have no clue. I just remember like we fell asleep pretty fast in our bed, and we didn't think anything was wrong at all.
And what I have to ask you, you were running at first, and at what point did you stop running and she heard you walk to her room? You said at first you were running, and you must have felt comfortable at some point.
Well, I guess I was running. So when I got out, I stopped and looked at Xana for a second. This is what I think happened. Then I ran down the stairs. I kept running. I don't think I was walking at all. I think I kept running until I got to her door.
So it's important that it's not what you think, it's what you know.
I don't know any of this. I don't know at all. This is all from what I think happened, because I don't know what is real and I'm just like, my mind's waking up. So I don't know at all.
So of the things we've been writing, are most of it what you believe and you remember happened, or you're thinking what happened?
This is all what I remember, but I don't know if anything of it is real. I don't know. I can't differentiate if anything is real or if anything is a dream. Or if it's just like imagination. I have no clue, and I've been trying to figure it out like the past 2 days. Like what is real? I don't know at all. That's what it's just like. It's frustrating because I'm just like, I want to know, and I keep thinking about it, but I can't tell the difference anymore. Like I don't know it's just all like mixing together, and there's pieces that just don't make sense. Everything of it just doesn't make sense. So none of this I can say I know for sure. None of it I can say I know for a fact that happened, because I don't.
But you know some things that are factual because you have a timestamp on your phone.
Yes, the stuff on my phone, that is
Yes,
factual.
and you know
Everything
that.
else, no.
But you remember watching the movies. Eating
I remember
popcorn, stop drinking.
before everything, like from when me, Kaylee, Maddie, and in Kaylee's room, all of that beforehand, I remember that because I remember exactly that, like all of that I remember. Again, like I don't remember what episode of the Vampire Diaries we were watching, but I know it was Vampire Diaries because I remember putting it on.
You don't remember got home. You don't remember the time?
I don't remember. I think I went to bed before. I think I went to my room before she left. That I have no clue about. I don't know when she left. I don't know where she went. I don't know. I think someone told me that she walked home. I don't know exactly who. I don't know when to her room. I don't know if she's on the couch. I have no clue at all. That stuff I don't know about because I think I was in my room before that.
Do you think that you opening the door three times is part of what you're trying to piece together, or it actually happened?
I think it's what I'm trying to piece together. I don't know for sure if it fully happened. Like it's just like I don't know if my mind's like making up stuff like at that moment when everything was happening. I don't know if my mind was trying to make stuff up so that I can remember it. Like I just don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me, and I don't know how to fully explain it, I guess.
Well, what's important for the detective sergeant and myself is that you're not telling us something that's not true.
Yeah, I know.
That's the most important thing here. The fact you can't remember, I understand that you're traumatized, but that you're not intentionally telling us things. I know. Okay,
but this is like, why? This is all stuff that this is what I remember from that night. Again, it's something I don't know if it was real or what happened, but this is what I remembered. Some of it could be real, some of it could be not, I don't know. This is what I think I remembered.
So watching you, and I've done hundreds of interviews and so as the detective sergeant, I believe you're recalling some things from memory. The dog barking isn't something you can make up. It's not something you feel. Either the dog was barking or the dog was not. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's the things we hear is different than the things we think we saw. Yeah. What we hear is something awakened you. Some noise, and then you heard crying. Yeah. That you heard that. Yes. You're not feeling something in. Something brought you out of sleep. Yeah. And it's probably what you're suggesting is that you heard somebody crying. You don't know if it was Kaylee. We're not certain because you don't know that, right? Yeah. You know somebody was crying. Was it a woman? Yeah, it was a woman. I know that. And were they saying anything? No, they were just crying. Was it unusual for your roommates to cry? I mean, I feel like all of us, like, I wouldn't cry in front of my friends. I'd cry in my room. I wouldn't really cry in front of my roommates. Like, we were comfortable enough, but if there's, like, my own situation going on, I wouldn't. I guess, I don't know. What the crying sound like? Just like... Do you ever cry when you're frustrated? Yeah. Do you ever cry when you're hurt? Yes. Do you ever cry when you're scared? Yeah, and I don't know which one it was. I don't know at all. You just heard crying? I just heard crying. I can't process what kind of crying it was. So I have learned through interviews, and the detective sergeant knows this, and so does what you hear is not necessarily distorted, but what we see can be from trauma, right? But what we hear is distinct, right? Yeah. What I heard, what I smell, that's unique. So what you heard is as important as what you saw to me. Yeah. We always ask this. Did you smell anything unusual? No, didn't smell anything. Cologne, anything like that? Nothing. Perfume? Nothing. What you thought you saw when you saw the figure in the hallway, 3 feet from you, you thought it was a male. Yes. And you thought he was holding something, but at the time, your view of it was it could have been a vacuum cleaner. A mini vacuum, yeah. And what was around the person's waist? I don't know. I don't think I looked at that. I just remember all black clothes. Oh, I thought you said you saw a triangle. What was in the... No, that was from what he was holding. Okay. So can you describe that again for me? It was like cylinder like this, I guess like about that long, and then it went out in like a triangle. And how was the person holding it? I don't know. I have no clue. I can't remember that. I just remember seeing it, and I don't remember if he had one hand on it, two hands. I have no clue. I don't remember how he was holding it exactly. Were there lights on in the hallway? I don't know. I can't remember at all. Okay, let's go back. Would there normally be lights on in the hallway? Do you leave the lights on for your roommates if they decide to stay out late out of consideration since they are your roommates? Do you leave any hallway lights on or anything? So, I mean, for me, I like to leave a hallway light out there because it just makes me feel better, but I don't know if I did. I don't know if anyone else did. That's something I don't know. Because you went to bed ahead of the other people? Yeah, I don't know.
Would it be unusual for you guys to leave your lights on?
No, that would not be unusual at all. I mean, Xana and Ethan like to turn them off, but like sometimes I would leave them on. We would go down and get food, and in the middle of the night leave the lights on. Like that was normal.
When I didn't ask this before. When was the last time you saw Xana?
At 4. So that was when when Ethan was trying to call his sister, wasn't answering. Xana was with. I guess I have. Oh, that was not the same video. That like Xana was with him. And I just like I don't know if I told him where I was going. I don't know if I told him when I was leaving. I just knew I was told at least yesterday if they wanted to go.
And that, I think you left there at 2 a.m.
No, that was before then.
What time? Can you give me a time frame?
I'm trying to figure that out.
And she was with Ethan.
Yes. So I know for sure from this video I was at 12:49. The last video I have is of Xana holding a White Claw at 11:04. So in between that time,
True crime
I'm
audio.
gonna guess more towards the 12 side is when I went to.
So you have a video or a picture of Xana at 11:04
Yes.
p.m.
Yes,
with
I
a
do.
White Claw.
Yes,
And then you're at 12:49.
for sure. Yes, I have a video of that. I could have been there before then. I don't know. But this is what proof I do have.
And that's what you've been using to piece some of this together.
Yes. I mean, I didn't fully look at my phone and stuff until my mom was like kind of asking me about that, and that's how I've been like trying to understand time zones. Timelines, I guess.
Can I ask? It's not a judgment question.
Yeah.
Did Xana and Ethan ever stay at Ethan's house?
No, I don't really know why. I think Ethan. I don't know why Ethan always just liked to be at our house, Xana.
Does he have roommates?
I don't know. All I know was that because of his grades, he wasn't allowed to live at. So he had to get an apartment. I've never been to his apartment. I don't know where it is. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know if Xana's ever been there. We just never like asked about it. We didn't even care. We liked having him there, so it was never like a question to us.
Yeah, it's not a judgment.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, did Xana ever go to Ethan's house?
I don't think so. I think not every single night she was at our house.
So this is an odd question. You just brought up something. He couldn't stay with his fraternity because of his grades, but we're not even through this semester yet.
So last semester, that's how they depend everything. So let's say you get like below what you're supposed to get semester ago. That means that's like at the end of last year, yes? That means for this semester, those are the rules you have to follow. Then if this semester you get better grades, then the next semester you'll be fine.
So he had to come into this semester in an apartment.
Yes.
It's not like he was there and they kicked him out.
No.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plunder.
You okay?
True
Yeah.
crime audio.
So don't beat yourself up, because maybe we can come back and talk some more. I know that Detective Sergeant Blaker has questions. I have some more questions, but don't let that wait. I can see the weight of like, I wish I could give them more.
Yeah.
What you're giving is important.
Yeah.
So when you went to bed, who was still in the house? When you went to bed at 3:00, 3:10, but at 3:11, who was still in the house?
From what I know of Kaylee and Maddie coming home, those two.
Just Kaylee and Maddie? And
But I know Xana was home from what I saw. I don't know if Ethan was with her. I did not see Ethan. He could have been home with her. He could have not been. I don't know.
But when you went to bed, you still in the house?
No. That was. Are you talking about the first time I went to bed? Like early before all this happened?
Oh, I see. Yes, because they came home from the grub hut.
After left. Yeah.
And you don't, how about with you?
Yes, I know was home with me because after everything of all this, I went to bed with her in her bed.
At what time?
I don't know. I have no clue. Somewhere after, I would say 4:30-ish. I don't know how long all this happened. I tried to remember and I tried to give a time frame, but in reality, I don't know at all.
So at some point, we always ask this, at some point, you weren't perceiving a threat?
And never perceived a threat ever.
Even
with
the guy in the hallway?
I mean, yeah, it freaked me out, but it wasn't like, in Moscow, like in a tiny town, you never have to worry about that. It's never like, oh, this is bad. Like, it just isn't. I never thought about, like, robbery never crossed my mind. Something happened to my friends never ever crossed my mind. Oh, like, it just was like people come in and out of our house. Like, that's how it is in Moscow when you live out of house. Like, people come in and out all the time. Like, because you know them. You know everyone in Moscow. It's so tiny. Like, it's not weird.
So did you know this person maybe?
I don't remember. I don't remember what his face looked like. All I remember is I don't like just like thinking of like the covering of the forehead and the mouth. That's all I remember. And the eyebrows. And I just remember
what was covering it?
I don't know. At the time, the way from what I texted was a weird looking ski mask. It wasn't like the regular ski mask with like eyes and, because I saw his eyebrows. And I think I saw his nose and like this part of his face, but I don't know.
Do you know what a balaclava is?
No.
If I showed you a picture, I don't have the phone view, a balaclava, could you tell me if it looked like that?
Maybe, I think.
So it's something that we use. We use it in cold weather gear, and sometimes we use it on raids when we go in. When we don't like, if we're working narcotics, we don't want offenders to know who we are, so they can't come after us and our families. So we wear these things called balaclavas, which are issued. Anyone can buy them. It's not unique to law enforcement. It's not unique to any other population. But we buy them so we can conceal our identity when we go and do raids, so suspects can't figure out who we are.
Yeah.
To keep ourselves and our families safe. If we showed you a picture of a balaclava, could you say if this is what it looked more like?
I think so.
He never said anything directed at you, the person that you saw in the hallway.
Never.
Was there movement going on? Thank you.
Plunder. True
That could have
crime
been.
audio.
I think that could have been it.
Okay, possibly.
Yeah.
Thank you. You couldn't see his mouth?
No, and I don't remember if I saw his nose, but I know I saw eyebrows, and I don't remember what his eyes looked like. I just remember seeing the eyebrows, but I mean, that could be it. I mean, that would make sense why the forehead was covered and this part of his face was covered.
And so I don't know this. Detective Blaker knows a lot more than I do, and I probably knows some things too, but have there been any issues leading up to Sunday with anyone that you can think of that would have done this to you, your roommates?
So obviously the cops will tell us anything weird. About a month ago, Kaylee was taking Murphy out, and she just saw like this figure like watching her, and it freaked us out for like a day or two. Then we forgot about it. Like it wasn't a big deal. Like people live up like I guess you maybe have seen my house. When you go out in the backyard, there's like that hill of all those brushes, and there's like houses up there. It could have just been like someone walking out to their house. I don't know. But like obviously it freaked us out for a second because we're an all house girl. That's why we loved having Ethan, because it's like we always were like, no one's gonna come to our house if Ethan's here. Like we would always talk about that. Like we feel so safe with Ethan's here because it's like 6'3" guy. He's pretty big. Like it's like you wouldn't really come to a house when there's a 6'3" guy here. And then another time, I also told the cops this. I think it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less. Kaylee had told us she went to Winco. I don't know what she was buying. Xana was in the car. Xana waited in the car for her. Kaylee is very good at being aware of her surroundings. She's always been like that. And she noticed this guy was like following her. And I think what she said that was,
Plunder.
like this guy didn't have any stuff. It was just kept following her, like wasn't checking anything out. This guy kept following her. And she noticed as she got to the register, this guy was like still following her. So she rushed out of Winco into her car and got in the car, threw the stuff on Xana, locked the doors. She could see out of her side mirror camera that the guy was right behind her in the car. And then she went home. Nothing, like, it kind of freaked us out for a second. She was like, just be like careful when you go to the stores.
And like, how many weeks?
Probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. And we've been hearing like stuff on TikTok of like stuff happening at Target and Walmart. Just people like, I've been hearing a lot of stuff about sex traffickers at stores, and it's like
audio.
Like we worried about it. We were just like, okay, like we'll just always go together. But it wasn't like a big deal, I guess, because I don't know. You just don't want to think about that. Whenever anything happens, you never think it's gonna be you. Pretty much, like you just don't think about that.
And then let's step back a second though. The guy at the store, is he in his car when he's close to their car, or he's actually physically following her?
Physically following, yes.
Does he say anything to her? Did she say?
I don't think so. I don't remember. I don't remember her saying anything about that.
And that was at Winco, not Walmart.
Winco, and she never she was a little freaked out about it, but she wasn't like let's call the cops right now, like all this, like it wasn't like a big deal, really. And there was another time, like obviously our front door, it's fixed. I don't know how well it's fixed, but our door was broken for a little bit where like you would have to shove it to close it. And like, I talked to some girls last year and they'd be like, yeah, we would leave our doors so broke, we had to leave it wide open. Like it would just be wide open. But I couldn't handle that. So I would like just shove it in there. But pretty much me, Maddie, and Beth, we left the house to go to Starbucks and we came back.
When was this?
I don't know, like 2-3 weeks ago.
2 to 3 weeks before the event?
Like as of right now, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe more, maybe a little bit less.
You went to Starbucks over by them all?
Yeah, that one. And we come back home and the door's wide open. So we call Ethan. We're like, Ethan, are you home? He goes, no. And we tell him what's going on. He just laughs. Like, it's not a big of a deal. Like, you guys are fine. So we walk in and our washer's going. And that was normal. Like, we were all washing clothes. And it made a sound. We all screamed because we were freaked out. And we go into the spare bedroom on the right. And we just grabbed Ethan's golf clubs. And, like, we were kind of joking around. But we were also kind of scared. Like, it was like, oh, like, no one's going to actually be here. Like, nothing ever happens. But we were also, like, kind of, like, just kind of creepy, you know?
So the door was closed when you left, though?
We don't know. We don't know if we closed it. We have no clue.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And the door was broken. So we don't know if it was, like, that was when it snowed. So maybe, like, the wind busted open or, like, we just didn't know. So we got, like, Ethan's golf clubs. We went through the whole entire house. No one's house. We're like, okay, like, we were just being stupid. Like, stop. Like, we need to stop freaking out, you know? Like, just calm down. And those are the only, like, 3 weird things I would say.
Did you guys ever call the police?
No, because
Not
it was
on
just
the Windco? No,
no, like it was just like you don't want to be that person that calls and it's like nothing, you know, like it wasn't that big of a deal. Nor was the door thing. Like no one was in the house. We're like, okay, like it doesn't matter, it's fine.
Did any of your roommates ever say to you that they have been freaked out by somebody recently? That in any interactions, they worked. I saw 2 of them worked at the Greek, Mad Greek.
They never had anything weird. Never. And like we would always talk about stuff. We never had anything weird. Remember one night, this was pretty recently, she heard someone scream.
True crime
so
audio.
she had one of our friends who lives at Identity pick her up and stay the night there. But none of us, the rest of us heard that. So we're like, okay, like that didn't freak us out. We were just like, okay, whatever. Like
because only one of the 6 of you heard it.
Yeah, and it wasn't like we have so many people, like we have a lot of neighbors around us, like again, like Moscow's small. Like I have friends that go to Seattle and Chicago. They have some weird shit happen, but it wouldn't happen in Moscow. You know, like you never expect that. And nothing bad's happened here in a long, long time. So you just didn't think about it really. I mean, like yeah, I would get freaked out at night just because that's how I am. I always get freaked out at night, just like worrying that someone's there, but there never was.
So I have to ask you a question, and this is not a judgment. So I know why you're thinking. I believe what you're telling me.
That's sad because she already had the fear of like somebody being up in her house, like there, you know, when she goes to bed at night. And I know that kind of a fear, not about a guy in, you know, my house, but just like, I don't know. But I mean, like, think about it. No wonders why she's sleeping with her parents. She's so traumatized. I'd be sleeping with my parents too. Shoot. I mean, you think about it, like your fear is that there's a man in your house, and what happens? A man comes in your house in Moscow.
You're not telling Detective Sergeant Blaker and I anything that will prevent us from solving this. You're not trying to fill in pieces because I'm not saying maliciously to prevent us or to assist us because that won't help us. Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah,
you know,
I understand.
And it's not a judgment. I just don't want to, we don't want to follow this path and spend time and find out that this is really, you're not absolutely certain. But there are some things, I think the things that you heard, I think the crying and the voice, I don't think that you could create that in your mind. Those are things we hear that something brought you out of your sleep. Yeah. You didn't sleep through this whole thing and at 11 o'clock.
No, I mean, I can tell I was awake because I was calling and texting people, and I remember texting.
That's your evidence that you were up and you were moving around. Yeah,
and I, like, from the things I saw, it's like what I think I remember, but again, like I don't know how real it is. Like I don't know if my mind made it up or if I did. Or like if it was actually like, you know, real or something. Like not I did, but like saying if my mind made it up or if it was real.
So the voice you heard, you believe you heard a man.
I believe I did hear that. And I believe I did hear someone crying. Kaylee, I guess I should what I believed at that moment. I heard Kaylee crying.
And you believed you heard a male voice saying.
I believe I heard a male voice saying,
Plunder.
"It's okay, I'm gonna
True
help you."
crime.
And it wasn't
audio.
directed at you.
Not directed. I know it was not directed at me because it was more distant. I could tell it was not towards me at all.
So this is a question I have to ask.
Yeah.
If he saw you, why do you believe you were spared?
I don't know. I've been asking that like nonstop. It kind of freaks me out because I'm just like, I don't really understand why I was spared. Like, I'm a girl. I am 5'10". I'm not that insanely strong. A guy is a lot stronger than I am. If he wanted to hurt me, he would have. That's what I don't understand. And I've just been like wondering, like, did he know me? Did he not know me? Like, was it because he didn't know me and didn't want, like, and felt bad, or was it because he didn't know me and knew I wouldn't recognize him? Like, what was it? That's why. It's just like, that's why I want to. It's like, if we do find this guy, that's like one of the first things I want to know. Is like, why did you not? You didn't open. He never ever tried to open my door. That's what I know. I know nothing. Like, no one tried to open my door. Like, he could have stabbed him. Like, from what we know now, was a knife. He could have stabbed the knife through my door, tried to open my door, anything. You could probably go to kick down that door if you wanted to, but he never did.
So I do know this, and so does the detective sergeant. He passed by occupied rooms that posed a risk that he would be apprehended if you hurt him. So the question is, he passed by occupied rooms to go to other occupied rooms.
Yeah.
So he had to go by your room to get to the other two rooms.
Unless he got, I remember Katie was kind of worried about someone climbing that balcony up there. I don't know if someone could climb it, but I feel like if someone really, really wanted to, they could. I don't know how.
Was there snow there, though? There was snow, correct?
I think so. I don't remember if it was snowing that
I
night.
think they would have found shoe impressions, but I'm not planting a seed to make you
I
swear
know.
that you'll never sleep again. That is not my goal.
Yeah, I know.
But we're trying to figure out, is it somebody you knew that knew that was your room and bypassed the room because they weren't intent on harming you?
That's what doesn't make sense, is like, they had to have known our layout to want to go past my room, to not go to Kaylee.
Occupied room.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I don't, from what I remember, I don't think I locked my door that night. I don't think I did. And that's what weirds me out, is like, if I didn't, how did he go past my room, not even care that I was in my room? Like, he probably knew all of us were at home that night. And it's just like, I feel like it is someone that we know, and I feel like it's someone that had probably been in our house either last year when girls used to live there, or this year somehow. I don't know. It just is weird to me that, and me and Ben were talking about it, like, he had to have known the layout of the house. He never went to the room. What if Kaylee was living down there? He wouldn't have known unless he knew us and knew the house. That doesn't make sense.
Well, in our world, to pass an occupied room, to
really
go
weird.
to unoccupied rooms becomes concerning if the direction comes from the door he enters, has to make him walk by your room.
Like, my door is almost right in front of the view when you walk in that sliding door. That's the first room you see. He didn't go to my room.
That's why we wondered if you know him.
That's what that's what it has to be.
True
Like,
crime
he had to have
audio.
known who lived in what room, like where
Can you
everyone
think
was.
of who that could be?
No, there's no one, like, every person that, like, knew Kaylee, Xana, Ethan, and Maddie loved them. They never had any grudges. Like, everyone loved them. It was never like, I never heard anyone say, "Oh, I hate them. I hate this. They did this. They did that." They never had any bad things said to them ever.
That they told you.
Yeah, that they told me, or like what I heard. Like, in Moscow, once a rumor starts, doesn't go away. Everyone hears about it. Like, it's just such a small town that, for a college town, I guess I would say, everyone knows everything. So, like, if someone hated this person, you would know. And I never knew.
Did they ever say they had an issue with the patron at the Mad Creek?
Never.
What about an ex-boyfriend or anything like that?
No, I know Kaylee and broke up, but I talked to Kaylee about that, and she was like, "Yeah, we mutually decided to this. We're still friends. We still talk. We're still on good terms. We share Murphy. Like, we're good." And
Like they co-parent Murphy?
yes, like that. And I trusted. And I didn't know him as well as I didn't know him as well as I knew Ethan, but I trusted him. He was a super nice guy. Never, ever, ever had I heard him be rude to Kaylee once in my life. Never heard anything. And from talking, because we all talk about relationships and stuff, like, I never heard Kaylee say, "Yeah, he did this to me. He did that." Like, nothing ever concerning ever came. I think it was just like, they've been dating for such a long time. It was time to, like, roll its course. That's what she said. It's like, it's time to roll its course. Like, we mutually decided it's time.
How long did you date him for?
I don't know. I think it was, I don't know. You could probably figure it out from social media. Or talking to her mom. I don't know.
Or as well?
Yeah, as well.
So she told you that you handled it well. Did you see that you handled it well?
Yeah. He would come over and talk with Kaylee and play with Murphy. And it was never weird, ever.
Was she dating anyone else? or seen anyone?
She started talking to me,
True crime
and I believe she
audio.
knew, and it wasn't like a big deal at all. I mean, the whole on the video on Twitch, the Chuck and Joe, is that's kind of what made us interested in that, because I guess you know that had anger issues. He was a hunter. He had multiple hunting weapons. I mean, I'm not saying it's him because I can't see that. Like, that could ruin his life and he could not be it, you know? But from what I know, I don't know if you know this yet, but my friend who was best friends with Xana, we went to like a balloon ceremony for all of them. And I was talking about, she said, yeah, one time, like, he just like, I guess I can both tell you that he like kneed one of their best friends in the stomach and like just pretty much beat her up for some reason, which I don't know why you would beat up a girl. Doesn't make sense. But he was kind of for anger issues. He didn't have any connections with except for which Kaylee was talking, which is just a weird coincidence. Like, it could have just been coincidence. We don't know. I mean, it's just like, that's the only thing we can think of. And I don't know. It's just weird.
Who did he punch in the stomach?
I don't know her last name, but I know her really well.
Did she call the police on that or make a report?
No, I mean, I don't think she did.
What was the issue with her?
Oh, I don't know. I have no clue. I mean, you could probably try and talk to her about that. She would probably know. She knows more than I do. I mean, all like this part of it is all hearsay. Like, it's not what I know. It's what other people know that I've told
That's
me.
important.
Yeah.
What is name,
I have to look at her last name.
please?
I believe.
What?
Let me look at her Instagram real quick.
Please.
Sorry. Well, hold on. I currently don't have my insurance. I had to deactivate it.
No, that's okay. We can figure it out. We have
Okay.
access to the school records as well.
Yeah,
She's
that
there
would
as well.
Well, she used to be, but now she's at maybe, I think, yeah.
Was that a recent event?
Yeah, she decided to switch from, like, last year she finished out UVI and then switched to CWI, like, as of this semester, I believe.
So who told you the story about punching in the stomach?
It was,
Okay.
and then I talked to her about that earlier today, and she explained that a little bit more. So they both know about that. And which I think you wrote down her last name. Last name.
Yes, I'll just spell it. So most of the students have left up there. Do you happen to have any phone numbers for any of these people?
Huh?
Do you happen to have phone numbers for any of these young women?
I have a phone number, but I think you guys have her phone number as well, because she's at the station with us.
She was at the meeting with us?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, my dad keeps calling me. I'm just gonna text him back real quick.
This is your stepdad? Are they out there?
Stepdad, that's not good out there. My actual dad.
Are you freezing them out?
No, we have a casita back there that has heating.
Okay,
I'll
I
just
was
text
worried.
them
I was thinking we're going outside and we're going to keep them there 2 hours. It's like 20 degrees.
They've been working.
Sorry, I'll just text them.
So I always ask this because I don't know everything. Neither does Detective Sergeant Blaker. We don't know everything about what you know. Is there something he haven't asked of you that is important for us to know? That you think, why didn't they ask me? And so we're going to ask you, is there something that we haven't covered that you think is important for us to figure out what happened here?
Nothing right now. I mean, the only weird thing that we had was that no one took our DNA at the station, which I know you guys are doing now, which I'm totally free to give up. But the one thing is about the DNA stuff is Friday night we did have a party, and you have most of those people, but like there's going to be a lot of DNA, and we had parties about every single week. That was normal. We did deep cleans, but like I don't know if you can take away every single DNA just from a deep clean. I don't think you can. So it's just like I hope you find something, but it may be really hard because we have people over all the time.
Yeah,
When
we
did you
understand
do the
that.
deep clean?
When was do you know when Parents Weekend was?
Yes, it was the weekend.
So that we did the deep clean either Wednesday or Thursday. I think we did both days. I'm pretty sure.
Plunder.
Well, what's
True
important is there
crime
is evidence
audio.
in the scene that the offender left, and that's what we're going to focus on.
There is.
So that's important for you to know. It's going to give you some help.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it's important. I'm glad what you're volunteering, that you're willing.
Yeah, I mean, I like when they asked my phone, I was like, I don't care what you find. I don't give two shits. Like, I just want you to find this guy. That's all I care about.
Is there anything you want to ask of us?
I don't know if you can tell me, but is there any people of interest? Anything?
Well, some of the ones that he's been provided for, we're doing the follow-up. Those are the first ones we're doing follow-up.
So there are like people of interest.
Yes,
Oh,
but not
Not
suspects.
suspects,
So we
people of
want,
interest.
what's important is we're like you. We
Yeah.
don't want to ruin somebody's reputation
That makes
if they
sense.
have no involvement whatsoever.
That's what my mom was telling me. Is like they're not gonna like in the press conference. They can't say anything if they're people of interest because that would just like let's say it isn't that would ruin his whole entire life, you know. So I understand that part. Like you can't say someone's a
You're
suspect.
important though. I mean, we're not trying to put extra pressure on you, but
Yeah.
you're important because maybe you did see. You're the only eyewitness that put somebody
Yeah.
in that house.
Yeah.
That's why it's important if you can sort through it with who's your may I ask?
Oh, what's her name?
I mean, they're qualified. They did this. I don't make light of this because
Yeah.
I work with victims all the time with trauma. Right? They didn't just start their practice yesterday. This is somebody
Yeah.
established.
It's in a prep. I can't remember her name. Oh, what's her name?
And she's been doing it a while.
Yeah, she's been doing it for a while.
So can you keep working with?
Yeah, I'm going to. I met with her yesterday. Really liked her. She's really calming, and I feel good with her.
And the good thing is, I've worked with victims for 42 years. The further away you get from it, you're going to start piecing things together. The trauma is just too raw, too real right now.
Yeah.
And you've lost your friends.
Yeah.
That's compounding. These are people you were connected to.
Yeah.
And you cared about. In time, things will start to fall into place. And for your own peace of mind, I want that to happen for you. I'm not selfish. Yes, it is somewhat about the case, but it's also important that at some point in your life, you get to move on beyond this trauma.
Yeah. So let's say like somehow I piece something together. Should I call you and be like, hey, like I remember something like?
Call me. I have a business.
But what if it's something like I don't? But all this is like I don't know for sure. Even if I don't know for sure, but I think this is a piece of my memory. Should I still?
Yes.
Okay.
Because what if it is real?
Yeah.
And we don't know about it.
I mean, that's the main thing is like, I wish I could understand if anything of this was real. Like seeing that guy again, like it was just like cloudy. Like what if he wasn't even there? But like after everything that's happened, like I think he was there. But it's like how much do I actually know is real? How much do I think is like made up in my mind?
Do you think you can remember enough of him to give a composite for a composite artist?
No.
Not enough.
No, I don't remember what his eyes look like. I don't remember what his nose look like. I just remember eyebrows. I don't know exactly what his eyebrows look like at all. Really, I just remember thinking like eyebrows. So like I couldn't even like.
Earlier you said because they were bushy.
Yeah, bushy, but that's all. Like I don't remember the shape. I don't remember like the color. I just remember like bushy eyebrows. That's the only thing I can remember.
And when you saw him outside your door, was he moving? Was there movement going on?
I've been trying to think through this, and I've been trying to think like what do I remember from that? And I just like I don't remember if he was just like standing there or if he was walking. But what I think was going on was that he was like slowly walking like across from the living room to the kitchen out the sliding door. That's what I think I remember.
So I haven't been to the house. Is there a drop from the sliding door, or can you walk out onto the street without having?
So pretty much you go out to the sliding door. There's just like this gray cement patio thing. Then let's just say your back is at the outside of the door and you're looking outside. To the right, you have to go. Like there's like some rocks and some bushes you have to walk down. Then to your left, there's just like this hill, like these bushes, and then like kind of to the backside, you can walk past my window, and there's like this hill of like bushes and stuff, and then up there's like houses. So I mean, it would be kind of hard to like run up it or run down it because there's all those like rocks and stuff.
Especially in the middle of the night.
Yeah, so I'm kind of confused. Like, if there wasn't there, why that way? Like that doesn't seem like the smartest and fastest way. But I mean,
which direction is the front door from your bedroom?
The front door, you have to go, again, out to the living room and downstairs. When you hit the bottom of the stairs, directly to your right is the door. So it's like kind of a little bit of a walk.
So it's a typical tri-level?
Yeah, typical, pretty much.
Okay. Can you think of anything else right now?
No, I'm trying to, this was something else that I remember. Cars do come by a lot, but I remember looking out the window, I just remember, I think it was black truck, I don't know for sure, but like that is normal for people's cars to go by, but I don't know if that could be something. It was just a car driving past our driveway.
What time was that at?
That was right when I went down to see, so I don't know exactly when that was.
Was it moving? It was in movement?
I was moving. I wasn't stopped at all. It was moving. And like people drive by our driveway to go like around like this side housing neighborhood a little bit. Like we hear cars go by all the time. Like that's not weird, but
when you were making your way to the room?
That's not when I heard.
Oh.
It was when I got into the room. I don't know why I looked out the window, but I looked when I saw a car like driving by, and I believe it was I guess I shouldn't say believe because I don't know for sure, but I think it was a black truck. But I don't know for sure. It could have been. It was just dark, and I thought it was a black truck.
But there was a vehicle there.
Yeah, but it was like it wasn't stopped. It was moving, and like from my window, again, my window is like, if like let's say this is the front of my room, this is my back room, this is my window right here. There's like a neighbor. I guess you know there's like that neighborhood up there. I can hear cars go by right there all the time. Like that's normal. It doesn't weird me out. And I like from what I think the car was just going up to that neighborhood. But again, I don't know. But I thought I'd just let you know just in case it
could have been a suspect.
Yeah, like I don't know. It could have been, but who knows?
And he says, "You sure it was a truck?"
I don't know. I think it was a black truck from what I'm thinking, but again, I don't know for sure.
Were the headlights on?
I couldn't even remember. I can't remember that at all.
What drew your attention to it?
I think I just wanted to look at the window for some reason. I don't know why, but I remember seeing the red lights on the back of the truck.
Brake lights?
Yeah, I don't really know why. I remember seeing that. Was like, I don't remember if there are headlights or not. I mean, I just don't know about that. But I just remember seeing the red lights, kind of.
You've been through a lot. In time, you'll remember more. From my experience working with victims, you'll remember more. So anything, even if you don't think it's significant, we would still want to know.
Yeah.
What are your plans? Are your plans just to stay here? It's a hard decision right now, isn't it?
Right now, there's a candlelight memorial I'm going to with some of my friends. That will be, I think, just like when I got, I guess I get the name. They all knew Maddie. Talking to them was really nice because, so they were super close, and it was just like nice knowing that other people are going through this too. Like it's not just us. Like there's so many people. Really, it's interesting.
So I have to ask you because I never did, and I think Detective Sergeant Blake would probably have asked you this. Who's the one that called 911?
So I guess I'll start from that morning. I woke up. I don't really know when. I know that she called. I think that she called. I called her at 10:50, but I believe it was later.
The same.
No. I don't know how I knew, but because looking at everything there, like the call was at 12. So I think I called her close to like 11:50. I think it was 11:50, not 10:50, from what I remember. But it could have been 10:50. Maybe I just am mixing everything up. Again, that was on Snapchat, because I didn't have her number at that moment, so it probably has gone away now. Pretty much, I woke up and I kept like going in and out, and I kept having these dreams of like this woman. I remember just having this like big nose, and she was wearing all black, and it was like a joke that they were coming to the house like trying to prank people. Like I just had this dreams about this guy, but it was actually a woman. She was super nice, and eventually like just these weird dreams about everything. And I woke up and I couldn't remember if all of that was a dream. I couldn't remember if I didn't know any of it, so I looked at my text messages and I saw I had texted about that, and I was like, okay, like now I'm kind of weirded out. Like I don't know how much of it was real. Like I thought I imagined it.
Where did you wake up?
Right next to me in bed. We wouldn't even go outside to go pee because we didn't know like what was going on. We didn't know if someone was there. Like it just, I don't know. We just didn't want to deal with that, you know. We woke up and I was like, "Are you awake?" She's like, "Kind of, so." And so I have the text messages. Let me go to it real quick.
And you're in.
Yes, in the basement. Sorry, I have to go through so many texts. So I texted Maddie at 11:23, "Are you up?" And I had looked at her, so I have Maddie's find my iPhone, and because she was at home, I was like, okay, like they're fine, like, you know, nothing happened, like she's at home, you know, that's what
you
you
could see your phones.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, like well, if your friends are home, like you think you're safe, you know, like that's just what you immediately think. So I guess Maddie texted at 11:23. Kaylee, I texted. Oh, I guess that would have been 10:23 in Moscow time. Sorry, that keeps confusing me. I would have texted Kaylee at 11:29 in Moscow time. "Are you up?"
Kaylee?
Yeah.
11:29 a.m.
Yeah, and then I kept, so on Snapchat, I don't know if you know this, but you can have your location on that. I don't know if, yeah. So Zana and Ethan always have their location on it, and it wasn't turning on, so I was like, okay, that's kind of weird, like maybe they were just really drunk, you know, and they're sleeping in pretty late. I then called my friend and I said, "I don't know if this is real or not. I don't know if I made it up, but I think there was someone here. I don't know if it's true." And I told her about the whole black mask suit situation, and she thought it, like, I talked to her today, and she was like, you I was kind of freaked out about that. She thought it was like another one of those, like, oh, you're just scared for the night, you know, because I just talked to her a little bit ago. And so she sent over that guy that was with us.
So boyfriend is.
Yes.
Okay.
The Chapin is boyfriend. So I called and I told her, like, I'm kind of freaked out, like we don't know what's going on. Called was the one that had that blue car parked out. So he came over and he walked in the door. We were kind of freaked out, like, who is that? He goes, "It's just."
So the door was unlocked?
No, he knew the code. Well, I guess I wouldn't even know. I guess I would have to ask him, because we told people that we knew very close what our code was. I don't know if he knew the code or if the door was unlocked. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know.
So he came alone?
Yes, at first he came by himself at first.
What time do you think that was?
Oh, I have no clue.
Okay.
So a little bit before 12, because I guess the call was at 12. So I'm gonna guess a little bit before then. And he walked upstairs and he's like, "What do you have?" Like, to protect. I go, "There's knives in the kitchen, like just like kitchen little knives."
He was asking, "What do you have as far as a weapon?"
Yes, just in case, because he was kind of freaked out. That time I saw Xana again, and she was in the same position, and that's what freaked me out, was that she hadn't moved at all, and I was like, okay, she's just unconscious. She's just drank too much. She's unconscious. Like, and I just started bawling, and I stayed downstairs, but like at the door, and I was upstairs.
You went up with Hunter?
I went up with Hunter. I just started bawling because I was like, I didn't think dead at all. That never crossed my mind once. Never, ever, ever that crossed my mind. I just thought, she's unconscious. She's not waking up. Like, she just drank too much, you know? So I go downstairs and I start crying because I'm really freaked out. Like, everything is stressing me out. And she start coming up from those little mini stairs from the Weiss permit. And I'm like, she's not waking up. Like, she's not waking up. I don't know what to do. She's unconscious. And I don't know if I made sense to them at all because I was freaking out.
Why did you come over?
Because I called them.
Okay, because you called them and they came at your place.
Yes.
Okay.
They sent first because, like, there's a guy, you know, just, I don't know. Comes down, you can tell when someone's freaked out by something, and he was freaked out, and he said, "Call the police right now." And me and just like, we don't know what to do. We didn't think, like, we just thought maybe she was unconscious still.
So you went and seen her? So your 911 call saying she's unconscious, you didn't realize the magnitude of the issue?
Yeah, I didn't see Ethan in there, but Ethan was in there, and I don't know what anything looked like. I just saw, like, again, her legs on top of her head. That's all I saw.
That's why we're asking, because when you called and said unconscious, we're wondering, after seeing what he told me he saw, how you would say unconscious, because you never saw that.
I never saw anything. So they were asleep at first. I don't know how much he saw. All I know is he was freaked out. He said, "I think they're just asleep." And when we were talking a little bit later, I asked him about it, and he was like, "I thought they were asleep. Like, don't feel bad. You didn't know. Like, I thought they were asleep too, because I felt terrible about it. I thought that she was just asleep." And so obviously he came down the stairs and he was like, "Call the police right now." And so he's the one that called it.
Okay.
I don't know if me and her could barely talk. I don't know if they gave the phone or at some point I got the phone back and I was like, Xana is unconscious. And I think I said the address, or I can't remember. Again, this whole moment of the morning was like the most stressful, like freaked out of my life. And this woman was on the phone and she was like, okay, something about defibrillator. I remember, and I asked the police that was coming. I was like, do you have a defibrillator? I said, yes. And so she says, okay, someone's here. I said, yes, but can I tell you the whole story? She goes, no. She just said no, like someone's there. And then I was like, okay, goodbye, whatever. I don't remember how many policemen came there. All I remember was like just crying and freaking out because we were so we just didn't know what was going on. And then this policeman, he questioned me and I told him about the whole night. And I tried to tell him as best as I could, but obviously I was like out of it. And he was talking to me, then talking to other people talking to me. So it was kind of like kept leaving and going, which I understand. He had to handle the situation, not his fault at all. And then I just remember putting the tape up, and that's when I just dropped to the floor and started crying because I was like, this is not okay. Like, you only put the tape up when there's a crime. Like, you don't ever put the tape up, really. And I remember we all started freaking out. And then Xana and Ethan didn't come out, and the ambulance, like the people with the ambulance, like the people came and then they left, and it was like they didn't come back. That means they were here for 5 minutes. That's how you know. And I just remember we all started bawling our eyes out, like we didn't understand what was going on. And I remember I kept asking, like, where's Xana and Kaylee? Because where's Maddie and Kaylee? Because Maddie's location was at home still. I was like, where's Maddie and Kaylee? Like, where are they? Like, can you please tell me? And they wouldn't tell me. And I think the moment we really knew that something like one of them was gone was because that vandal alert. And obviously she was pissed off. She goes like, why the fuck did you not tell us this? Why did we get a stupid text? And the policeman was like, you were not supposed to know that right now. Like, you just weren't. And we were obviously pissed off, but we don't know what their job is. We can't. I don't know. I think that's when we realized that they were actually gone. And I screenshot to my mom and called her, and I just was crying and freaking out. And I think it was before that I knew Maddie and Kaylee were gone. I don't really know how. I don't know who told me. But that was just I couldn't understand it. I just remember crying and freaking out. How did I not know? How were we sleeping? We didn't know that they were dead. How do we not know? I don't we just never made that. We never ever made the connection that a murder would be in the house. We just never knew that. Our friends were home. It was fine. We were in the house. So
I know you know this. For whatever reason, you were spared. So don't let this define you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
One day we'll make sense of it, but we have to figure out who did this to understand why, right? We don't have. That's what you can tell me where you were, when you were there, what you were doing, where they were, but we don't have the answer for you why.
Yeah.
And that's going to be Detective Sergeant Blaker's job, is to figure out why this happened, and then get an answer from the person responsible for it and hold them responsible for this.
Yeah.
So you're going to do this. This is a process, right? Probably told you this does not resolve overnight. And it does, and it takes years. It takes people years. But there is a reason why that this didn't happen to you too. So all I would want to say to you is that remember there was a reason you were given a second chance.
Yeah.
And do right by yourself and your friends.
Yeah. The biggest thing, I just feel we wanted to know what made someone want to do this to such good people, and what made them not want to hurt us whatsoever. Because they never went down the room, they never went to my room. If they did get to the sliding door, then they had to have passed my room.
If not, though, because I haven't seen the layout of your house.
Yeah.
What door would they have used not to pass by your bedroom?
Well, to go the front door, you still have to pass around to go up to Kaylee's room.
Yes.
But Kaylee always was kind of freaked out because that balcony. I feel if a guy really wanted to, I feel he could climb up if he wanted to. So, and I remember we're looking at pictures of the whole new singer, and her curtains were all kind of messed up, and that was what made us kind of think
that could have been law enforcement doing
that's
that
true.
as well. Those pictures come after the fact. How far is it from the ground to the balcony?
I don't know. How much do you think? You've seen the house.
9 to 10 feet.
If someone wanted to, I feel they could.
But why do that if the doors are unlocked?
I know, but
and then the risk you run is if you're crawling up the side of a house,
yeah,
somebody's going to see you doing that, and you run the risk, a higher risk of somebody calling that in, as opposed to just walking in the front door to a house that's very active with people.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you remember the person we had on here that said that he would jump from house to house? Who was that? They used to come up on panel all the time. I'm about to go back to my original Idaho videos and figure it out. Vincent might remember. Vincent would probably remember because he remembers everything.
So I guess.
But I don't know that. Maybe that did happen. But the risk that an offender runs into is if you're scaling a 9-foot high wall to get into a room, somebody is going to pass by and see that and report that. And then whatever your plan is has just been interrupted by that.
That would make more sense. But I just don't understand why my room, I guess if you're taking DNA, you can see my door handle and see if.
Well, that would be normal. That'd be normal because you'd be there, but you're thinking somebody else's stranger DNA.
Yeah, maybe tried to open the door, but if I did lock my door, then maybe that's why I didn't go to my room, because my door was already locked, but I don't know if it was locked or not.
So this is a really odd question because most people don't do this. Did you check all of when you first got back did you go through your house to make certain nobody else was in it?
No, I don't know, we just didn't care about that. If we were with people, we weren't worried.
When you came home to get in your own house, did you have to unlock the door to come in?
I think so, yeah. I think I had to punch my code so our door, there's like, you twist it. So there's like a little thing that you twist, if it's vertical, it's unlocked. If it's horizontal, it's locked. And me and were like checking it out to make sure that it was locked a while ago, and we always kept it horizontal, and I would check to make sure it was horizontal. So I think the front door was locked. I mean,
when you came back to have popcorn and watch the movie.
Yeah, I mean, we would still even if let's say the door was unlocked, I still would have typed into the code to open the door, and it would just open right away, So I don't know if it was locked or if it wasn't.
Plunder, true crime
Yeah, maybe this person
audio.
was there first, and then you guys came to the house and he was already there. I would want to know that.
Yeah.
If you can remember. The other thing is, you can interview and ask, I know this drunk though,
Yeah,
to see if she remembers if you had unlocked the door to come in.
Yeah.
And when you got home, because it was cold, right?
Yeah.
Was the sliding door open or closed when you got home?
It was closed. Because I remember we were making popcorn, and that would have freaked me out if the door was open, but I don't know if it was locked or not. That probably don't know, but I do know the door was locked. The door is closed because I don't know, that door just being open kind of freaked me out.
Where was Murphy when you got home?
Oh, I let him out. I forgot to add that. He was upstairs, and I let him out to go potty real quick.
So you went upstairs?
Yeah, so I guess I don't know how I forgot about that. Sorry.
That's okay. Whose room was he in?
Kaylee's, because it's mostly Kaylee's dog. So I heard him whining. I was like, okay, I'll go get him. Took him outside for a second. So I know no one was in Kaylee's room. Her lights were on. I know that for sure. Her lights were on. I took Murphy outside, and I just kept looking. Whenever I go outside in the dark, I'm always looking at my surroundings. Didn't see anything. I know that. Looked around, brought him inside after he went potty or whatever, and then he was and him were hanging out a little bit. Then I brought him back upstairs. So yeah, I don't know. I forgot about that.
No, that's okay. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So are you comfortable if I leave your business card as well? Yeah. So I'm here. He's in Mossville. If you think of anything, if you're more comfortable with him, you're welcome to call him. If you're comfortable, I'm going to give you a business card with my cell phone.
Okay.
You have some questions?
Only one question I really have now at this point is, did you happen to know the login or username and password for the router?
No. I believe it was Kaylee who dealt with the Wi-Fi stuff, not me. I know so Xana dealt with I think power or something, and then either Xander and I did water, one of them utility, whatever, light or power, whatever, and then Kaylee did Wi-Fi.
Okay.
That's all I know, because me and Ben were in charge of that stuff because we were just moving in. So.
Is there anything we haven't asked that you think it's important to be covered?
No, I do have some follow-up questions about just stuff, but no, not for the purpose of the interview.
Then I'm going to terminate on my audio recording the interview concluding at 2:11 p.m. on the 17th of November 2022.
Okie dokie. Well, that was a long interview. That was a long interview. I mean, we heard a lot from the same stuff that, a lot of the same stuff that we had heard before, but we didn't hear about Xana, being known to walk around, in a t-shirt and underwear, which I mean, that's totally fine. That's totally normal, especially when it's your boyfriend at the house and, your girlfriends. So seeing her on the ground, I think that if I was Dylan, I might not be thinking anything of it as well. I mean, she was known to be a scaredy cat. She was known to call people over. She called people over when a pan fell on the ground and she didn't know what it was. That sounds like something I would do though too, because of the fact that I'm a scaredy cat when it comes to stuff like that. When it, if it's a big house, my friend used to have her parents had a huge house out in the middle of nowhere. It was back this lane. It was beautiful woods all around them, but they had these huge windows, floor to ceiling windows, right? And you couldn't see out them at night, but everybody could see in. I hated that. They didn't have the curtains hung up in them for the longest time. They had to get curtains made for the house. So I remember for a while when they first moved in, they didn't have their curtains up in certain windows, and it was I was like, I don't like that. Like the people can see me, but I can't see them. But it was a pretty good interview. Yeah. I walked over my passed out roommate in college. Yeah. That's what, shoot. I was lucky. Like, I was lucky to, get a spot somewhere to sleep. And then it would be a grand night if I could find a blanket. Now, a pillow was just out of the question. You weren't getting that lucky. You just weren't. In your 20s, you just weren't getting that lucky. My brother, he passed out one time in a parking spot. Yeah. On my 18th birthday. That was fun. Big old guy. He's like 6'3", 6'4". Took up the whole parking spot, like laid out. He's much older and wiser now. He doesn't do anything like that. But it was my birthday and we were both having fun. Dang it. We were going to have the best time. I don't remember ever like doing anything like that, but I'm sure I did. I remember passing out in the back seat of a car and they took me to the next party and they just left me sleeping in the car. I was like, what the heck? What's up with that? And I don't remember any of it. I slept through the party. Hey, Kelly B, place to be. Welcome in. This interview makes sense and no one would suspect a murder in 5 minutes. Yeah. Well, I mean, they did do like targeted or timed runs through the house. I don't know the exact times, but it was something like if you were going fast, like, knew exactly where you were going and all that. It was like 1.5 minutes for this crime. And then if you went slow, it was like 2.5 or 3.5 or something like that. So it was like, wow, that's less time than I thought, That's, but if you think about it, yeah, if you're going in there with a purpose, but that's so sad that he could destroy that many lives. And yeah, 2 to 4 minutes. So that's amazing that someone could do that. These dogs left for a minute. Now they're back in here. They're looking cute. I wish you guys could see their collars. Well, that stinks. They're just like blending in with their fur. The other one's over here. She's like laid out. You like that bed, Mia? She's like, I'm awake. Yeah, I think it would, Ace. Yeah, it would definitely take a sane person. I wouldn't be able to do that kind of a crime. Let's say I only had to break in. That right there alone, I couldn't even do that. Oh my gosh, my stomach hurts even thinking about that. I would be too afraid if I was Koberger that somebody would see me breaking in, walking in the back kitchen door. But I guess he didn't care because he had the knife, right? I guess that's the difference, With a bottle of R&R as a pillow. That's great. We used to have a bonfire party every year. Well, our friend did because his birthday, his father owned like huge plot of land. It was like acres and acres and acres and acres of land. And we would have a huge bonfire out there every year. And it got to the point that it was so popular. The cops were always posted up around the corner. So you better just bring your tent and stay. They would make you sign like a waiver when you would go in there. Like I won't get Wes's dad for doing anything, but it was fun. He walked into that Costco like he owned it. Oh my gosh. Were you here for the video? Yeah. Old William. He was just in there shopping, like a normal person does. No, he wasn't. He was standing there. That poor greeter. You know what I mean? The greeter. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. It's actually starting to fade. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Cheryl. But no, like he walked into that just like he does with just like we've heard him do with the people at WSU. He was hovering her. He was making her uncomfortable. Like he was sitting there talking to her about all this stuff, like probably like about a Costco membership, right? And he's probably like, oh, I didn't need to know you needed one of those. What do you do to get one of those? When did the company start? What year? And she, you know, she should have done. She should have just shut him down right away and just go to customer service. Just go to customer service. Don't try to shop around in here, though. I'm trying to shop around in here. I know. I'm waiting for him for his next video because, you know, oh, yeah, Betsy, you know about William. You're my girl. You're my girl, Betsy. Betsy went with some straight facts. I love that. He'll probably just delete his video here in a couple days, you know. Oh, I need to fix my camera. Look, it's cutting off the built. I did that the other day. It's like on this heavy, it's heavy. It's made of metal, like a arm thing, but I think the camera with the lens is too heavy because the lens is like, I mean, it's a pretty big lens. So yeah, you can't see the rest of my build. That's what that says back here. It looks like it's kind of fuzzy too. I'm like squinting my eyes. I'll have to have him fix it. There is a gravel pit below our house that used to be known as the nightclub. It was just across the county line, so police were 30 miles away. Oh, other than ISP, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, that's what we needed. Cops were never 30 miles away from us. We even on a weekend. This was so wrong, and this is entrapment to like the worst degree. And I don't know how they get away with doing this, but the cops in my small town growing up, they would park in every alley, like so at 2:30 when the bars are closing, they're posted in every alleyway, no lights on, and I'm like, that's entrapment. Just waiting on people to like pull out. Right? Like, whatever. So, but I'm going to jump off of here. I'll be back on, I think I might do like a tomorrow, like morning, early afternoon live with you guys. I might do it on my second channel, but, yeah, we're just going to talk and gossip and stuff. It's going to be a good gossip. I need a gossip session. But I think I'm going to do it outside if it's nice because I don't have a doctor's appointment tomorrow now. She called off. I was like, phew. Don't gotta tell me twice. She wasn't feeling good. So yeah, you keep your butt at home, honey. I don't need someone that's not feeling good, you know, trying to take care of me. It was just my counselor, so it's fine. So I'm gonna put Dylan's link in the chat one more time. If anyone wants to donate to Dylan's GoFundMe. Now poor girl's gonna need all the help that she can get, you know, health-wise, which I'm hoping that she's still on her dad's health insurance, you know, because usually if you're in school, you can do that up until you're like 26. So that will help her. So, but thank you guys so much. And thank you for everybody that, you know, donated to the channel tonight. Thank you for the new memberships. Thank you for all the new things. And thanks for just being here and hitting the like button and hanging out. If you don't mind, stay until after the video, hype the video if you'd like to. And I'll see you guys all on the next live. I'm just going to shut it out because I don't really like have a video to play for you guys right now because, you know, that one video messed up my whole YouTube studio. So I'm just going to lower myself. Actually, I'll just do what I did a minute ago. I'll just like lower myself down and then put some music on until you guys are ready to like leave. So that gives you a couple minutes to say goodbye to each other. So I'll see you guys all later. Have a wonderful evening. Bye, guys.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Shh. Tape my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee?